و رحمت الله و برکاته. صدات کردم به دادم رسیدی، به دادم آی خدا، آی مهرم، حاجت روام کردی، بدی ما ندیدی، بدی به این عبد بی مقدار و ناخوابه نظر کن جان آقام ابو فاطم، ابو فاطم، ابو از همه تشنه ترم خدایا ببخش. چه واسطه ای جان سقای حرم، حالا عمر کی بلند روزه بخونه، دامن کشان رفتی عباسم، دلم زیر و رو شد، دلم زیر و رو شد، دلم زیر و رو شد، چشم حرامی با حرم رو به رو شد. فضای این حرم قدس غرق توحید است، نفس کشیدن در این فضا صفا دارد، تفاوتی نکند، گوش بده خیلی زیباست، تفاوتی نکند جای جای این گلزار، رواق و مسجد و صحن و سرا صفا دارد، زلال زمزم اشک مجاور و زائر به شور و حال رضا یا رضا صفا دارد. در این حریم دل زائران حضرت او میان خلوت و اشک عقده ز دل رضا یا رضا صفا دارد. در این حریم دل زائران حضرت او میان خلوت و اشک کرد، حریم اوست حرم خانه خداوندی، چنان که دیدن عرش علی صفا دارد. ز تشنگان حریمش بپرس میگویند چقدر دیدن آب بقا صفا دارد. اگرچه گنبد فیروز فام او زیباست، اما نظر به گنبد زرد طلا صفا دارد. غبار درگه این آستان شفاخیز است، بهار رحمت دار و شفا صفا دارد. آقای من جبین گذاردمی بر سر قدمگاهش، ببین که دیدن آن جای پا صفا دارد. هنوز مکتب علم و فضیلت و تقوا ز نور عالم آل ابا صفا دارد. دمی که او به شفاعت به حشر برخیزد، خدا گواست که یوم الجزا صفا دارد.
قرآن میگه روز قیامت ما هر جمعی رو با امامشون محشور میکنیم. یوم ندعو کل اناس به امامهم. روز قیامت فرعونیا با فرعون، بنی امیه با معاویه، شیعیان با امامشون، با امیرالمومنین، با امام صادق، با امام حسین که انشالله هممون جزوش هستیم. روز قیامت قرآن میگه هر گروهی رو با امامش محشور میکنیم. چرا؟ دلیلش اینه چون اون امام تعیین میکنه که این پشتسریای من، اینایی که پشت سر منن، اینا دینی هستن یا غیر دینی. یعنی هویت دینی یا غیر دینی بودن با اون امامه. اگر پشت سر امیرالمومنین کسی باشه، این مثل یه مارکه که میخوره رو این گروهی که پشت سرشن، اینا دینی هن، اینا رو به خدا هستن. اگر کسانی پشت سر معاویه و یزید و امثال اینا محشور میشن، همین که اون جلودار هست نشون میده پشتسری‌ها جهنمی هن، غیر دینی هن. پس امامه که هویت دینی یا غیر دینی بودن رو تعیین میکنه.
من به عشق ولایت اسیرم، با ولایت به عالم امیرم. از تو خواهم رضا جان که باشم، نام تو بر لبم تا بمیرم، نام تو بر لبم تا بمیرم. مهر تو در دلم خانه دارم، جا در این کنج ویران دارم. یک نگاهی به ما کن ز احسان، آقا جان جان زهرا ز ما رو مگردان. ای رضا ای رضا ای رضا جان، 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 ای رضا ای رضا. همه دستگی داشته بیارم بالا. ای رضا ای رضا ای رضا جان، ای رضا ای رضا. آقام ای مدینه نجف کربلایم، ای تو زمزم تو سعی و صفایم. امام رضا شاکرم حق که از روز اول من به عشق شما مبتلایم. کعبه من رضا جان حریمم، کعبه من رضا جان حریمم. دست من سوی دست کریمت، دست خالی مرا برمگردان. ای رضا ای رضا ای رضا جان. همه ای رضا ای رضا ای رضا جان، ای رضا ای رضا. هر کی کارش داره دست بیار بالا. ای رضا ای رضا ای رضا جان، ای رضا.
من کیم ریز خوره
سفره احسان رضا. آمدم پشت در بسته ایوان رضا، تا که امشب بشوم زائر و مهمان رضا. حرف دلم یا آرزومندانم، ناله از دوری او در دل بیتاب من است. آخرین روزه در خانه ارباب من است. آقا جان عرق شرم نشسته به جبینم، آقا من بمیرم حرمت بسته نبینم. آقا گفتم ای جان جهان حضرت ارباب سلام، حضرت شمس زغا گوهر نایاب سلام. آقا جان به پناه آمده ام، ضامن آهو مددی. خار و خاشاک تو هم ای گل خوشبو مددی. غرق اسیان شده دنیا و بلا میبارد، بوی مرگ و مرض و رنج و عزا میبارد. امام رضا حرف دل همه است، آقا تو بیا واسطه در پیش خدا شو. آقا بهر تعجیل فرج دست به دعا شو. آقا کاش از منجی عالم خبری می آمد، این شب ظلمت ما را سحری می آمد. بر دعای همه ما اثری می آمد، از پی دفع بلا دادگری می آمد. العجل ای گل زهرا و علی ادرکنی. العجل ای گل زهرا و علی ادرکنی. العجل در همه مولا و ولی ادرکنی.
امام رضا علیه السلام منظومه اخلاق رو به جامعه منتقل کردن، اباسلط میگوید در این 3 سالی که حضرت اینجا بودند و دائم رفتار حضرت رو از زوایای گوناگون ما جستجو میکردیم و نگاه میکردیم، هرگز ندیدیم سخن تندی با کسی بگویند، هرگز ندیدیم آب دهان به زمین بریزند، هرگز ندیدیم با خشم با اطرافیان سخن بگویند و با اون مهر و محبت و کرامتشون، چون خاندان حضرت هم که نبودند، خانواده حضرت هم که در این سفر حضور نداشتند، همه روز سفره امام رضا علیه السلام با سفره کارگران و بردگان و کسانی که در اطراف حضرت بودند یک سفره بود. امام رضا علیه السلام فرمودند من فرج عن مؤمن فرج الله عن قلبه یوم القیامه. اگر کسی غم و اندوه رو از دل یک مؤمنی بزداید، مشکل مادی دارد در حد وسعش کمک کند، گرفتاری روحی دارد با او مشورت بدهد، نیاز به پیگیری کاری دارد کارش رو پیگیری بکند، اگر کسی غمی را از دل مؤمنی بزداید، خدا روز قیامت غمها را از دل او برطرف
معظم بچگیام زنجیری و دیونتم، مشتری پا به قرص دم سقاخنتم. اگه خوب و مگه بد گدایید افتخارمه، این مدال نوکری نشونه عیارمه. خودتم مثل همو گنبد زرد طلایی، بره ما ایرانیا خودت یه پا کربلایی. همیشه سرت شلوغه، بس که مهمون نوازی، یکی شالم نمره از در خانت ناراضی. هر کی دل شکسته شما بزش امید میدی، دهنش رو وار میکرده همونجور میدی. صدای نقار خانت زائر تکون میده، انگاری که جبرئیل بالای بوم از اون میده. شور حال حرمت آدم از خوش مبره، ای همه کفتری که هی به هواتان مپره. مثل کفترات دلم بره حرم پر میزنه. اگه رخصتش بدی میه بهت سر میزنه.
مگو که بی خردم هیچ کس نمی خردم، کرامت تو به بالای دست می بردم. اگر جدا کنی از خود مرا کم از صفرم، وگر کنار تو باشم فزون تر از عددم. ای مولا علی علی موسی رضا، ای مولا علی علی موسی رضا، ای مولا رضا، ای مولا علی علی موسی رضا. گدایی درت از خلق بی نیازم کرد، که در سؤال کسی جز تو را صدا نزنم. هزار بار شدم غافل از تو دیدم باز، فزونی کرمت سوی این حرم کشدم. ز کثرت کرمت ای کریم اهل البیت، خجالتی که کشیدم هماره می کشدم. بهای یک ثمن بخت هم ندارم لیک، به لطف خویش امام رؤوف می خردم. علی علی موسی رضا، ای مولا علی علی موسی رضا، ای مولا علی علی موسی رضا، ای مولا علی علی موسی رضا. مگو که بی خردم هیچ کس نمی خردم، کرامت تو به بالای دست می بردم. اگر جدا کنی از خود مرا کم از صفرم، وگر کنار تو باشم فزون تر از عددم.
وظیفه ما در این زمان غیبت امام زمان چیه؟ امام عسکری فرمود فرزندم غیبتی طولانی خواهد داشت، به خدا قسم کسی از گمراهی و هلاکت نجات پیدا نمی کند با دو شرط مگر: یک، خدا قلبش رو ثابت نگه دارد بر اعتقاد به امام زمان. این دعایی که دعای غریق، انشالله همه حفظید، همیشه سعی بکنیم این دعا رو بخونیم: یا الله و یا رحمان و یا رحیم یا مقلب القلوب. ای کسی که دلها دست توست، ثبت قلبی علی دینک، خدا دل ما رو بر دینت، دین یعنی ولایت حق، ثابت نگه دار. کسی نجات پیدا می کند که قلب او رو خدا بر اعتقاد به امام زمان ثابت نگه دارد. دوم، کنار اعتقاد به امام زمان واجبه برای حفظ دینمون دعای برای امام زمان، برای ظهور آقا، برای تعجیل فرج آقا، یاد امام زمان، انتظار امام زمان جزو واجباته. خدا به اون توفیق دهد که دعا برای ظهور و آمدن و فرج آقا داشته باشه.
وقتی رفتید حرم امام رضا بگید یا امام رضا خودتو میخوام. یه رندی رفت زیارت امام رضا علیه السلام، ظاهرا اولین بارش بود، حکم مکه رو تو اینجا جاری کرد. گفت یا امام رضا شنیدم اول زائرت 3 تا حاجتش برآورده است. معمولا برای حاجی میگن. تو خب این بنده خدا دیگه رند بود دیگه، داشت رو دوش امام رضا یه چیزی میگذاشت که گفت یا امام رضا شنیدم اول زائرت 3 تا حاجتش برآورده است. منم اولین بارمه که اومدم، 3 تا حاجت دارم. اولین حاجتم یا امام رضا اینی که خودتون میخوام. حاجت دومم اینی که خودتون میخوام. حاجت سوم که خیلی مهمه اینی که خودتون میخوام. چون وقتی آدم خود اهل بیت رو گیر بیاره همه چی داره. چون که 100 آیت 90 هم پیشه. در خونهشون افتاده بنده، بدون طلبکاری، بدون توقع، اعمال رو که انجام بدید بعد سرتون رو به سجده شکر بذارید که خدای ممنونتم که توفیق دادی این نماز رو بخونم. زیارت که رفتید بیرون، یا امام رضا ممنونتم که اجازه دادی بیام زیارت. همین که رو زبونت بهت اجازه دادن بگی خدا خدا خدا، همین شکر بکن که به تو اجازه دادن بیای در خونهشون، اجازه دادن گریه کنی، اجازه دادن باهاش مناجات بکنی. این کم چیزیه که رو زبونت بهت اجازه دادن بگی خدا خدا خدا، همین شکر بکن که به تو اجازه دادن.
اگر کسی تو بساط امام رضا بود و بهش حسن تقرب و همجواری اعطا شد، باید رو همین قاعده تکوین و اراده امام هشتم قدم برداره. هرچی فقیرتر، هرچی بی ادعاتر، هرچی بیچاره‌تر، قیمتی‌تر. رمز این حرم اینه: هر تکه‌ات در آینه ای سیر می کند. هر تک خورد میشه آدم جلو آینه کاری. هر تکه‌ات در آینه ای سیر می کند، یعنی اگر که زائر مایی شکسته باش. تو بساط این آقا هر چی شکسته تر قیمتی تر، هر چی خاکسارتر افلاکی تر. قاعده این فخر این بساط از همه فقیرتر بودن. باطن کسی که میخواد اینجا بایسته و عرض ادب بکنه باید ذکر هر روش این باشه: من گدا من گدا من گدایم، من گدای شه دین رضایم، از گدا جز گدایی نیاید، بر گدا پادشاهی نشاید. اینجا هر چیزتر دیدنی‌تر، قیمتی‌تر. در کوی ما شکسته دلی میخرند و بس، بازار خود فروشی از آن سوی دیگر است. بساط این آقا هر چی شکسته تر قیمتی‌تر، هر چی خاکسارتر افلاکی‌تر. قاعده
هزار بار شدم غافل از تو دیدم باز فزونی کرمت سوی این حرم
That this break was semi-permanent. I cannot read your mind. Not yet, anyway. It's they who do not like me. Oh, you want to break up? Fine, it's over. I'll be in another's arms by sundown. Girl problem? Mother is acting like filthy cur.
That was your mother?
And she wants to see other people. So typical.
Yeah. I need to get back to watching Mr. Larity on the toilet. I don't want to miss the ending.
Who are you anyway? John Hughes. Did Mother send you? Did she send you to spy on me? Well, I want you to give her a message from me. You tell Mother I will use science to supplant her forever.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. I don't even know your mother.
Mistake nothing. I will build a better mother
یکی
with my
درد
computer
یکی
skills and science.
درمان
First,
پسندد
I must find
یکی
some
وصل و
Away!
یکی هجران پسندد من از درمان و درد و وصل و هجران پسندم آن چرا
My pen separated from my
جانان
pencils. It's just one of the neat systems I've developed.
I'd like to hear more about this Dave character. He sounds so interesting.
You don't think that I'm interesting?
Well,
آدم به مقام
interesting is a
رضا
strong
برسه
word.
چرا به امام رضا میگن رضا رضا یه محض بود از خدا هم از او رضا بود یا ایتها النفس المطمئنه ارجعی الی ربک راضیة مرضیة فادخلی فی عبادی وادخلی جنتی یه حال و روش امام رضا را با جان و
Stash of
دل
weed
بپذیر
and a talking
و اون
rat.
مقام
All I need now
رضا
is a blow-up doll.
امام
Who's the
رضا
douchebag?
خدا
My name is
راضی
John
بود. گفت
Hughes.
هرچی تو
I'm making a coming-of-age
بخوای
movie
من
about
کنم.
game programmers, and I
یکی
think
اومد
you're
خدمت
exactly the
امام
kind of
صادق
character
گفت
I've been
آقا
looking
جون
for.
من به
Dave,
جایی
can you show
رسیدم
me
که
your underground
مریضی و
paradise?
از
I don't let
سلامتی
strangers to
بیشتر
my
دوست
manhole
دارم.
or see my underground
فقیری را
paradise.
از
Hey, you got
غنا و
$100 I
دارایی
can arrange for a
بیشتر
rat to
دوست
suck your
دارم
nips.
حضرت
It
فرمود
feels
ولی ما
even better
اینجوری
than it sounds,
نیستیم.
dude. Okay, boners, let's go. We're taking the day off because I am sick of work.
Hey, but I've been doing all your work for the past month.
And aren't you sick of it? You deserve a few hours off. You deserve to have a party thrown in your honor. You deserve a party at Larity's mansion.
Yes, I do. Wait, what if we get caught?
You won't get caught, dude. And when Mary finds out what a rebel you are, she won't be able to resist you.
Do you really think I have a chance?
A bad boy like you? Of course. Now,
مگر
let me
گرفتن
work
از
here.
امام رضا بحث مادیات من از امام رضا خونه گرفتم من از امام رضا ماشین گرفتم من از امام رضا بچه گرفتم و اولاد گرفتم
They'll never know we're gone.
Well, then how's Mary going to find out?
Dude, leave it to me. And would I have a party for you without inviting the chick you most want to bone? This is fantastic. Yes, it is. Give me another hundy and let's roll. You're driving, dude.
Dave, you know I carpool with Black Steve on Thursdays.
Ah, do I have to do everything? There's Dean's car. Perfect.
We cannot touch Dean's car. He'll kill us. Why would you do that? It's a convertible.
Jerry, I have to make it convincing. Now get in. Oh boy, this is fun.
We're going to get fired and die alone in mother-loving SROs.
Jerry, listen to me. Although that last part is probably true. But that is why we're doing this. So let us rock it hard.
Jerry, you know Dave isn't sick, and I, for one... What the...
Yeah! Freedom!
I knew it. This is bull, and I will not stand for it. What the hell? Ugh. It smells like nards and irresponsibility. So Dave's game pitch was real. I should have known he was too lazy to make it up. You poor girl.
Keep that pig fat coming, boy. I wants to look nice from a movie.
Ew! I mean, ew, sir.
What the hell do you want?
Dave's not sick. I just saw him and Jerry leaving with John Hughes in Dean's car. If you want proof, I can show you the blow-up doll they left in Jerry's chair and the disgusting dungeon where Dave's been hiding.
Oh, hello. Well, I must say this is a pleasant surprise. Excuse me? I'm handsome. Well, that is so kind of you to say. You're a lovely girl. Vacant look, feminine features, 3 usable holes. Excuse me, 4. Yes, you'll make an excellent mother. Quickly, my sweet.
It's right over... What the hell? Mr. Larity, I swear the doll was right there. And this is the door to Dave's gross basement.
Mary, that's the door to my picture room. No one must ever find out about my picture room. So just, shut the door and forget you ever heard me say the words, picture room.
I'm pretty sure I could sue you for everything you got.
None of this ever happened. Woo!
He wasn't sick. He was down there.
I'd believe you, except, I don't have a picture room, so Dave couldn't have been down in it.
I'll just find him myself.
You guys will never get past this gate. It's Larity's house. That speaker box probably has voice recognition software.
No problem.
Sup, bro?
Dean probably isn't allowed to have the key.
Yeehaw! I told you this isn't going to work.
Dude, that negativity is why Mary will not finger paint on your underpaper. Now, I want you to say what you think Larity would say to a sexy transsexual on a beach at Rio de Janeiro.
Hey, sexy mama, I want to spank that bottom Texas style. Dave, this is a bad idea.
Was Vietnam a bad idea? No way. New Coke? The clapper? Well, I have no idea about that one. But people who did that stuff did it because they didn't give a crap. We're young, Jerry. Too young to give a crap. Now, what do you say? Are you ready to make history or be history?
Can you slow down? This is gold!
How old are you in time years, John Hughes?
33.
Whoa, you're almost out of the target demo. If I get that old, I am definitely gonna kill myself.
What is this place?
We're having a party in Jerry's honor, dude. Unfortunately, he has no friends. That's why I brought the conch.
Dave's having a party.
That's Dave's signal, man. I'm crapping indoors tonight.
Okay, it's Geezer's turn to play Spin the Bottle. Oh no.
Hey ho! Open up, Jerry. Mr. Wiggles is ready to party.
How is this a party in my honor?
Hey, everybody, having a good time? Hanging out? Laying low.
No, I am not having a good time. A bum is throat-punching me with his crusty tongue, and I thought you said Mary was coming to this party.
This is amazing. I'm getting everything I need. I'm gonna head back to Gameovision and check in with that helmeted fat guy.
While you're out, pick me up some beers. Oh, also, we're almost out of deodorant and nail polish remover.
I can't believe you remembered it's my birthday, even though I told you several times this morning.
What? No, this isn't for you.
What do you mean?
My cake! That ain't your cake, girl. I've been on an all-birthday cake diet for the last 3 weeks now. It ain't working worth the good god darn, but it does make me feel special every single day.
What?
Are you okay?
I will be soon. Look, somebody brought me a present. I better unwrap it in private.
You again? What did Mother say about my plan?
Did she cry? Did she send you here to beg for my hand in marriage? Well, you can tell that wrinkly old hag that she blew it. New Mother will be here momentarily. She's hot as hell.
Like I said before, I don't know your mother.
And I know you want, John Hughes. I don't care what you tell her. For you see, this is not only science. It is weird science. Wow. Yes, you take your notes, you spy. I want Mother to know exactly how I replaced her. First, I will hook this doll up to the flux capacitor, and then I flip the switch. Look, it's working. New Mother, welcome to Earth. I am your son Todd, and I just gave birth to you. You're my son. Ooh, why don't you lose 50 pounds, you hot fat ass? Oh, Mother, I love it when you sass me. Brush your teeth. They smell like Gollum's vagina, you dummy. Oh, Mother, you're the dummy. Oh, you're the dummy. You are.
I think I have what I need.
As do I. And now, Mother, it's time for the most crucial point of our bonding. I'll prepare your bath.
Make sure the water's warm, you stupid.
Oh, I will. Just as you like it, Mother. The temperature of a freshly spanked bottom. Harder. Harder, Tubby. Very well. But I think I'm drawing blood.
That's right.
You do what Mama says. You've been naughty your whole life.
Have you seen those jerkwads, Dave and Jerry?
Of course. They're at a party at Mr. Larity's house.
What party at Larity's house?
The cool party. The cool kids are all there. Maybe you're not cool.
They are so busted. This is the greatest moment of my life. I won. I did it. I finally caught Dave and Jerry red-handed.
Mary, you made it. Hey, do you think I'm cool now?
What? No. I think you're gross and dead.
No, I'm still in the demo.
You wanna play spin the bottle?
Get a job.
How am I supposed to get a job when I'm a convicted flasher, Missy?
Hey, Mama, want to take a garbage bath?
You are so dead. Say goodbye to Gameavision, Dave. Get ready to eat out of dumpsters and sleep in your own
I
filth.
already do those things, Mary. Hojo, the horse slide.
Ah! Let me go!
Nice going, Hojo.
Hojo!
I'm not the trespasser. You guys are.
Would a trespasser leave trash and medical waste in your hot tub? Yes, if his name was Mary. That reminds me. Cannonball!
The bells of Beelzebub is going on in here.
I'm glad you're here so you can see with your own eyes. We caught Mary having a party at your house, dude.
Party? And didn't bother to invite me, huh?
No, I caught them having a bum orgy at your house.
If you caught them, then why are you tangled up in more net than a tuna-loving dolphin? I can see it's gonna take some time to unravel this mystery. Dave, whip me up a few shots of turpentine and some lunch meat, butter, and shoe polish.
Geezer, get this man what he needs.
This is a classic case of he said, he said. Now, if I was King Solomon, I'd cut you right in half.
Wanna borrow Mr. Stabby, Great White Demon?
Wait, I have proof that Dave was there before me.
I'm listening.
If you're listening, stop trying to cut me in half.
Or maybe you should start talking faster.
Look in my purse. There are pictures of what I found when I got there. That's not my purse.
Well, I thought it felt a little too lumpy. Aha! Here we go. Oh, all I see here is evidence of your bum crack conquest.
What? No! The bums at the party must have used that camera. Jerry, tell Mr. Larity the truth.
Yeah, Jerry, tell Mr. Larity the truth. Who's your best friend?
Who do you love?
Who put his ass on your face when you were sleeping? Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Who do you want to hold in your arms?
Who gave you that rash?
It was Dave. He stole your stuff. He let bums take dirty baths in your hot tub. He was never even sick.
What? Hey, hold up. David, is this true? Did you non-truth me? You ain't sick? Ain't sick? Shoot, I ain't seen that much puke since Judy Garland won my hot dog eating contest.
Sweet! Taking a bath with Hojo must have gotten me sick. I am a genius.
But I made out with Geezer. That must mean...
Jerry, I can't believe you wavered about telling the truth. If you'd have told it just 1 minute earlier, I'd consider having sex with you someday.
Oh.
Don't worry, buddy. I love you too much to let that happen. I'd jam a knife into your spine because I'm that kind of friend.
So good.
You got what you need, John Hughes?
Pretty much.
Great tidings of glad joy.
Mother has forgiven my borrowing of her best corset, and we are getting back together. Behold, a token of her affections. Still warm.
Todd, you nasty.
I have it. I have it all.
Put that filthy pillowcase away, fatty. John Hughes is about to pitch my movie.
Yes. Spending the day with you all has given me a decade of inspiration. I now have in mind an epic called Pink Breakfast Candles. It's about how there's no such thing as normal anymore. We're all misfits, but in a way a mass audience can relate to.
So how many black people are in this movie?
Well, it's not that kind of movie.
I get it. This movie's gonna be the mirror white America can look in and see the idealized version of itself.
Exactly.
Whoa, hold on, wait a second. This film ain't about just me. It's about my dumbass employees. Don't nobody want to see that crap.
Yes, they do. I have the test marketing right here. And Mr. Larity, just to show you my gratitude, I would love for you to be the producer.
The only thing I'm gonna produce is 5 bullets in your mouth.
Ah, you crazy old coot.
Look at that honky run. No offense.
None taken, my man.
Tell me happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Now tell me you love me.
I love you.
Say it like you mean it.
I love you.
That's right.
Hojo, 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 hojo.
My name is Dave Kramer, and I'm the world record holder for fastest completion of parking challenge number 5 in 18-wheeler. It took me months of daily playing to whittle my time down. On my days off, while my wife and son were sleeping, I poured 8+ hours of non-stop gameplay. For some reason, I picked up this game very quickly. I mean, I'm usually pretty good at driving and racing games, but there was something about this. I guess it was that it was just unique. My favorite movie is a no-brainer, Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and have been ever since I saw Episode 4 back in '77. I basically play games because it's kind of an escape. The same reason a lot of people read books or watch movies. The way I explain it best to those who don't like games is this. You watch movies, right? What could possibly be better than watching a movie and getting to be the lead? You can control the outcome. And you can try things in games you never could get away with in real life because it might cause some harm.
Awesome record! You must be a pro! New record!
Yeah, my girlfriend gets upset when I'm playing it in the nighttime. People sleep for hours in front of the TV. You will not eat anything. You will not go to the bathroom unless you have to. I've seen this guy. He's like 10 hours, man. He's still playing it until like 2 o'clock, and it's like I gotta go to work. I'll save it here, and it'll be an hour later until I save it. And I wouldn't eat or anything. 3 o'clock in the morning, this guy's still up.
That all about? Legend has it that the Daikatana contains many secrets, even the ability to warp time and space. This is it. Welcome to the vault.
I'm ready. Awesome. I was getting restless.
We've got to get you some help.
The first rule of Fight Club is, you don't talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about Fight Club. Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club. I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Stick 'em! Stick 'em! Stick 'em! Stick 'em! Stick 'em! Stick 'em! On American! Get up!
This is your first night at Fight Club? You have to fight.
Silver Valley Stables. This is it.
Welcome back, girls.
Hi, Mrs. Hepburn.
I'm so glad you're here. You made it just before the rain.
Well, you guys are nice and dry. But what about the horses in the corral, Mrs. Hepburn?
Don't worry, Barbie. Horses don't mind a little rain. Let me show you to your rooms. It's going to be a long day tomorrow. The corral's empty. The wind must have blown open the gate.
The horses could be anywhere. I know, Mrs. Hepburn. We can help you find them. Teresa, Christy, you start searching the riding school, and I'll take the trails. That's a great idea, Barbie. Sure thing. Awesome. You're a good girl. You're such a good horse. Let's lead the bull to the nearest safe point where we can tie it up. Christy, Barbie here. I've located a foal and got her to a safe point. Can you send someone to pick her up? Press the A button to throw the lasso. Don't be afraid. Great job. Horse Adventures, Wild Horse Rescue.
In short time, your fate will be sealed, Superman.
Then there's no time to waste.
New Yorkers woke up this morning only to discover the shocking disappearance of their Lady Liberty. Police forces have mobilized, but even though they're reluctant to admit it, are having trouble coming up with the slightest trace of the vanished monuments.
Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Tommy.
As you've seen, the head of the FBI is at a loss. The president himself has requested our help.
All clear, ladies. Get a move on.
A tropical getaway with an old friend? What could be more fun?
Gracias, Angels. Find the Thin Man in Mexico and have him say adios to his computer files.
This is my destiny. Only child. Come on and rescue me. 'Cause I'm wild. This is my selection. But I'm sure. Looking for deception like before. This is my destiny. This is my destiny.
خانواده حضرت هم که در این سفر حضور نداشتند همه روز سفره امام رضا علیه السلام با سفره کارگران و بردگان و کسانی که در اطراف حضرت بودن یک سفره بود.
5 teenage girls have disappeared.
امام
Their
رضا
mission?
علیه
Protect those girls from whatever happened to the last ones. Last night, one of our agents got into the house and found some kind of weird security system. Hidden cameras in almost every room and a series of traps. Our agent spliced an override into the security system, allowing you to have control of the cameras and the traps with this remote unit. Get over there now!
گرفتاری روحی دارد با او مشورت بدهد نیاز به پیگیری کاری دارد کارش رو پیگیری بکند اگر کسی همین را از دل مؤمنین
I'm so afraid you decided not to come. Oh, no way. I've been looking forward to this all week.
It's just my parents, my brother, and me. But you never know who might drop in.
A lot of weird-looking dudes around here. I'm going in for a closer look. was your job to protect Kelly and the rest of those girls. From what I've just seen, the place is being overrun. You've missed way too many of those suckers. Until you figure out how to do your job, you're dismissed. Breaking contact.
The reason I called you here today is to explain why a state of general emergency has been called by the worthy military. As you may already know, a great catastrophe has befallen us that threatens to destroy our very one way of life. Bubsy Bobcats! I knew I should have taken that left turn at Uranus! Was it something I said? What could possibly go wrong? This guy is stupid, a bad name!
There have been 17 reported murders so far in this latest outbreak of monstrous killings. It would appear to be the work of a single, highly psychotic perpetrator. The name of the latest victim was just released. A Professor Werner von Koy. A female, described as Caucasian, brunette, and wearing a ponytail, was seen leaving the most recent crime scene. Officers are advised to use extreme caution when apprehending the suspect. At present, nothing appears to link any of the individuals involved. There are no known survivors of these attacks so far.
Boring around here.
My boy, this peace is what all true warriors strive for.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to. Your Majesty, Ganon and his minions have seized the island of Korodai.
How can we help?
It is written, only Link can defeat Ganon. Great! I'll grab my stuff!
Help! Ganon froze the fountain!
What are all those heads? These are the faces of evil.
فرمود فرزندم غیبتی گلادی خواهد داشت به خدا قسم کسی از گمراهی و هلاکت نجات بدان حبت قلبی علاج خدا دل ما رو ببر
I'm still alive. Who else can I keep there with?
I went to a Russian MP3 site and bought 20 albums for $5.
Information.
Wrong end of the joystick stuck up in the handhold. You're in line for a pitfall, kid, you get on. In terms of your two-player mastery, 6 months per scan line, not hide and seek. And I'm the pride of geeks who are shameless and brazen in their snobbery over whose console is most ancient and most Asian. Bootleg or legit, emulated rear projection on the side of a blimp. Elevated, point up, point out the pixels, but don't miss your button finger with the snap of this old rapper will top your score with his best. Front I already did a Polaroid test. It's a nerd's world.
هرچی خاص‌تر هست
So we're so excited. With us today is the beautiful and talented co-host of X-Play, Morgan Webb.
Thank you, you're so kind.
Yeah, Morgan, honestly, we're really so excited to have you with us here today. Absolutely.
This is so nice.
Well, we have a great show lined up today. Besides taking your phone calls, we're going to give you a sneak peek at the upcoming first-person shooter, Area 51.
That's right, and Morgan, we're going to kick off this year's 2004 Madden Challenge with our first in a series of road reports.
Yeah, so if you're ready, Morgan, G4TV.com.
I'm not ready. That's it? What do you mean you're not
ready?
I've seen this show. I know that you guys are usually up to something like, you know, covering people in goo or smashing each other with planks or soaking people in the dunking.
Kind of sometimes.
I know
like,
you guys
accuse us of something.
Last week you guys dumped grease on Adam and, well, I thought we could do something fun too.
Well, I mean, Morgan, we wouldn't do that stuff to you. Yeah, I mean, you're like totally our video game system, man.
How was that? Was that fun, Morgan?
Yeah, that was fun. Oh, want a beer? Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah.
Now you showed up just in time because look who's sitting right over there. It's Tina Wood.
How are you, Laura?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
It's a great shirt on you. It's a great color.
Thank you. I like yours too.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that.
Well, you know who else we've got with us today? We've got a girl who will not only frag your ass without you even seeing her coming, but then she'll tell you about it in Italian. One of the smartest women in gaming. It's Morgan Webb.
Hi. Do you really speak Italian?
I actually was an Italian minor, but I don't really remember that much Italian.
Okay,
so don't ask me anything hard.
Because I cheated my way through French. Let me tell you, I don't know anything about that. We totally appreciate you joining us this week. We had your co-host last week. It was
I saw how you treated him.
Yes.
All right, let's do what we do here. Let's take some calls.
Absolutely. Hey, caller.
Yes?
Yeah, what's your name?
Jay.
Hey, Jay, where are you from?
LA.
Jay from LA. What you calling about?
I'm calling about Metro Prime 2.
Oh, what do you want to know about it?
I read somewhere that they actually have multiple multiplayer capabilities for player split screen, and I just wanted to know a little bit more about it because it sounded unique because, you could roll up in a ball and they have some unique game style.
Well, there is multiplayer, but not in the second one, but not in the demo, which is actually available now. But the single-player version in the demo is still quite a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's basically a lot like the first game. It's a little bit smarter. It looks a little bit graphically a little bit better, and it's a little bit darker and grittier, I think. A little bit more rebellious, so to speak.
And the whole thing's about like shooting things. So I mean, it's not like super story heavy. Like none of these games are. They try to put a story in there, and they're like aliens or something.
He's an intergalactic bounty hunter.
Right. See, but the thing is, I was looking for a shooter too. Nintendo made it clear this is not a first-person shooter, and the controls are not first-person shooter controls. And I got a little frustrated with first because I hadn't played the first Metroid, and I was expecting to use both of my analog sticks, and you just can't. I think this could be the system seller for the GameCube, and I think it's one of the best titles out there now.
Yeah, and you definitely get used to it. It only took like about it only takes about 5 minutes to really kind of get into the Metroid style and then get back into it.
And you go out and get a GameCube now if you don't already have one. This demo comes included with the Metroid game. It all comes bundled with the GameCube.
Such a good deal.
Absolutely a great deal.
So there you go. If you haven't picked one up, like now's really the time.
I agree too. Thank you, Jay.
Thanks, Jay. Should
we move on?
Let's do it.
Well, let's do it. The boards are going crazy. Hey, caller.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's your name?
Dan?
Dan, where you come from?
Sugarland, Texas.
All right. Sweet there. Ooh, you have a fan, Dan.
I'm just calling about what platformers you guys are looking forward to for PS2.
This is a question for these two, because I don't play a whole lot of platformers. I'll let you take it, Morgan. I like platformers. Jack,
I am very excited about Beautiful Joe 2. I mean, it's like, I haven't action a lot of beat 'em up, but I just love it. You just take me for a Beautiful Joe kind of game.
I wasn't sure. It's just the first one. I mean, I liked it, but it almost gave me seizures. There's just way too much going on.
There's a lot going on, and it's not an easy game at all. And then the helicopter. Yeah, no, I like the art style, I think is what it is.
Right.
It's a beautiful game.
What platforms do you have at home?
Actually, I don't own a PS2 myself.
Okay,
but
what do you
I play
have?
a lot of platformers at other people's houses and stuff. And I really enjoyed Sly Cooper's. I'm really looking forward to Sly Cooper 2.
Yes, my hero. Sony's coming out with basically, they've got the whole trifecta. They got Sly 2, Band of Thieves, you've got the new Jak 3, you've got Ratchet & Clank, Up Your Arsenal.
Love the title.
I mean, they're just going to own the platformer world. But if you have, there's Blinks 2 coming out for Microsoft, like you mentioned, Beautiful Joe.
And I think Sly 2 will probably sell the best out of Jak 3 and
I don't know, I'm going to have to go with Up Your Arsenal. I mean, with the online multiplayer shooters, it's
Up Your Arsenal.
All right,
that one's going to do well.
The moral of the story is platformers, big this holiday.
Yeah, thanks, caller. Totally appreciate it.
And now for you over there on the other side of the screen, stop doing that to your cat and pay attention, because at the end of the show, we're going to give away these badass collectibles. Me with you. Stay tuned.
Those are beautiful collectibles.
Brought to you by Wrigley's Winterfresh. Log on to winterfresh.com, where Icy Cool Breath is always on.
Hi, I'm Karen from Infrastructure DB, and here's Winterview on the Winterfresh Network. Oh, yes!
On hand, my Winterfresh gum. The Winterfresh gum is rightfully mine.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Winterfresh Network, where Icy Cool Breath is always on.
Now that T-Mobile gives you unlimited instant messaging, you can IM nonstop 24/7.
T-Mobile Unlimited IM, just $9.99 a month on Yahoo, MSN, and AOL. T-Mobile, get more.
Excuse me. Hi, can I see that laptop?
Sure. You can access the internet all around your house. It's wireless networking.
Did you say wireless?
Have your wireless network installed at home with the help of Geek Squad, available at Best Buy. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours.
Hotwire.com. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. Eric keeps you dry. No odor, no shy, just dry.
Arid is unsurpassed. It helps stop wetness so odor can't start.
No odor, no shy, just dry. Get a little closer. Eric keeps you dry.
At CDW, we ship over 100,000 IT products to customers every day. So how can we do it even faster? One word, wormholes. I think it could really change things. It could take our shipping system to a whole new level. Now I just need to figure out the whole space-time continuum thing.
For the top brand IT products you need shipped out fast, count on CDW for the right technology right away.
Next on G4 Tech TV.
تکیه بر لطف رضا کن که داری
Get your game on. X-Play, coming up next, only on G4 Tech TV.
کسی آواز پره
All right, we're back, and you know, everybody wants to, but we got her on loan from X-Play. Welcome, Morgan Webb. How you doing? Having a good time, Morgan?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's just get back to it.
She's having fun over here. Why don't we take a phone call?
Maybe this one will be fun for you.
Yeah. Hey, caller. I hope so. Hey, what's your name?
My name's Sean.
Sean, where do you live?
Chickamauga, Georgia.
Oh, right on. Go Georgia. Why do I say go Georgia? I don't know. Like, what is that? Let's move on. But anyway, we'll keep moving on. What's your comment?
Well, I also want to talk about maybe picking up games that aren't necessarily big tiles that come from big companies.
You're talking about like publishers and developers that really you haven't heard of, right? They put out a game and you're really not familiar with it, and sort of taking a chance on something like that.
Yeah.
I think it all comes down to what the game is. I mean, I think before Half-Life 2, Valve wasn't Valve. It's the only game they've done. So it's like you have to give people a chance to these non-named publishers. I was looking at Rude Maniac says, he's one of our chatters, the problem with the little guy is that we never hear about them. Bigger publishers can afford to have commercials all over TV and get their games on covers of magazine, but it's not true for unknown developers. It kind of sucks because there's not a lot of room in the industry for the developers anymore.
Did he say sucks?
He said, I should have said stinks.
Kind of sucks.
Kind of sucks, yeah.
You know, and it's like games are so expensive now. I have to like agree that you don't want to waste if it's like $60. You know, you don't. What if it's this game you never heard of and you don't know who makes it and there's nothing really like? Are you gonna go with that and risk it? Or are you gonna go with Sony first-party game, which you know is probably gonna be decent?
Yeah, but there's a lot of like big name games like Tomb Raider, for example, that people see and think, oh, Tomb Raider, I've totally heard of that, and then they get it out of the box and they're like, why does she have giant man hands? Why is she like jumping around like a dork? So, like, and the game's not good. It means nothing, really.
You know, Garage Games make some great games. The Independent Games Festival, you could always find some stuff. Who won last year? That game Wild Earth, where you played a photographer?
Yes.
It's a great game, but no one's ever heard of it. Hopefully, they'll get the notoriety and get published by some bigger publishers.
Hopefully that helps. Thanks, caller.
Thank you.
Let's take another one. Hey, caller. Hey, what's your name?
Alt.
Alt. A to the L to the T to the Alt.
Correct.
Go Alt! Where are you from, Alt?
I'm from Levittown, Pennsylvania.
All right, what you calling about?
Actually, I'm calling on behalf of all the Morgan Webb fans.
Okay. All three of them?
Here.
She's gonna leave.
We want to know what games Morgan Webb's playing, and what games she would recommend to us.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna let you feel this.
Oh, well, yeah. It's kind of a slow season for games right now. Like, everyone's kind of waiting for the holiday season to release all their games. So I've gone back and been playing some of the older ones, Beyond Good and Evil, for example. I know we were just talking about games from, like, you know, games that are a little more under the radar. That wasn't a very popular game, but it's so great. And it's only $20 now, so you can pick it up in the bargain bin.
There you go.
Yes, I've been playing Doom 3. Yes, I know it's this huge, menacing, you know, dark little thing, but it's Doom. You gotta play it. You gotta play it. You gotta play it.
That's $50 though.
$54.99.
$54.99 actually.
And then to upgrade your computer to play it, an extra what, like
$3,000
or something like that. See, I'm playing a lot of Beyond Good and Evil, and Doom 3. Also, of course, if I'm ever frustrated in any of those games, I have to kill some 12-year-olds in Unreal Tournament.
All right, well, you guys, this week kicks off the EA 2004 Madden Challenge. It's a 32-city, 17-week tour that ends in Las Vegas, where the winner receives $50,000 in cash and, of course, is crowned the king or queen of Madden NFL football. Scott was a big fan. Traveling with the Madden Challenge and reporting on all the action for us is Jay Sparks. Jay, are you with me?
I'm with you.
How you doing, Jay Sparks?
Not too bad, just chilling out here in Minneapolis, home with Dante, Culpepper, and the fellas.
Oh, must be nice, Jay.
I was going to do that later.
Tell him to call me.
All right, we got a couple questions that people want to know. So, Morgan, what are they asking?
Okay, well, there are some changes to the games this year, so is that going to be affecting the players at all?
It's definitely going to be affecting the players. They've unleashed the D, so to speak. There was a lot of complaints about last year's game as far as the high scores and the offense being predominant. They stepped up the defense. They've added lots of defensive options, more audibles, more alignments, and most importantly, they've added a hit stick feature that allows you to just lay a devastating hit on somebody coming through the hole or making a cut to the middle of the field, and the guy will fumble the ball every time.
It's true, but I heard, Jay, if you overuse that guy can skate right past you and go in for a touchdown. So you have to be careful about how much you use that hit stick, huh?
This is true. The timing is everything with the hit stick. If you miss him at the wrong time, he's going straight to the house.
And that's a bad thing. So, Jay, for people, that are listening in right now that aren't in Minneapolis, can you still join up for the Madden Challenge?
You can definitely join up for the Madden Challenge. The dates that are open are anywhere after next week, starting in Chicago and Indianapolis. This week is already booked. So anybody that hasn't gone on for Minneapolis or Green Bay is out of luck.
Right, there you go.
Come by and watch or make the drive out to Chi-Town and meet up with us out there.
And how do you go about joining?
You go to www.maddenchallenge.com. And it's like a $10 registration fee. You come out, wear comfortable shoes, get down on the stick.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jay. Have a blast.
We're going to be talking to you every week from now on, but sit right where you are, because after the break, we'll be getting the dirt on Midway's hot new title, Area 51.
At GameFly, rent the hottest titles for Xbox, PS2, GameCube, and GBA. Games like Madden 2005 and Rainbow Six 3 Black Arrow. No due dates, no late fees, free delivery. Go to Gamefly.com for your free trial. GameFly, the smartest way to rent games.
Malibu Max with a sliding and reclining rear seat. No wonder we call it the Max. Chevy Malibu Max, an American revolution.
Stop it.
Oh my God.
Anacondas.
Where are they?
Everywhere. Rated PG-13. In theaters everywhere August 27th.
The clock will continue to run. 4th down, seconds remaining. They're going to need to call a TO.
Yo, this is T.O.
Game Informer calls it the one football game you must have. And IGN says it will own your soul. Get ESPN NFL 2K5 from ESPN Video Games.
Hey, how'd you get this number?
Rated E for everyone.
Check this out. This is what we do for a living. We're video game designers. And we're game programmers.
With the training offered at Collins College, you can learn to design, code, and test games like this.
And this.
Game design is a growing career.
For a brochure on a career in game design, call Collins College at 1-888-256-1200 now. That's 1-888-256-1200. Call Collins College now.
Are you getting caught with unhealthy credit card debt as you try to balance your life? There is hope. There's 800 Credit Card Debt, an approved debt management company established to get you back on solid ground.
800 Credit Card Debt can eliminate penalties, reduce interest rates, and make your monthly payments smaller.
Call right now for your free and confidential credit card debt analysis. Call in the next 5 minutes to see how fast you can get out of debt. Call 1-800-453-1306.
Welcome back to probably the only show that actually has 3 girls that love to play with you.
That gets me every time.
And you know what? Playing with Tina and I today is Morgan Webb.
Morgan Webb.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm having a great time. That's what it's about.
Yeah, it's about me, really.
It is. Well, moving on. Do you have holes in your socks? Is eating ramen for every meal pissing you off? Do you shed a tear when your friends go to the ice cream truck and you're stuck on the curb? Well, then I've got something free just for you. It's today's No Budget Gamer. That's right, and today I'm going to bring you Myst 4 Revelation, a very successful point-and-click adventure game, 3D. Now, it's one room. That's all you really get in the demo. It's about 200 megabytes, so it's a pretty good size. Some really cool, interesting things about this new game that's going to come out. The sound. They've done a lot of good work on it. You can tap on the lights, you can hear it. Walk on the wooden floors, you can hear it. But a couple, a lot of the fans and casual players were saying the original Myst games were really hard, really, really difficult. Not anymore. They got this really cool hit map system. So if you want to get some help, it's there. And I think that's probably roughly 3 levels in the game. Again, not the demo. Another thing, brand new engine called the Alive engine. So things look a lot better, more graphics, better graphics, I should say. And this resorts a lot to the original Myst game. Again, you can get it at g4techtv.com/nobudgetgamer if you're into that kind of thing, which I'm really not.
But it's free, so why not give it a go?
But it's free, so why not give it a go? But there is something that I am into, you guys.
Yeah.
It's chilling government cover-ups. Have you ever wanted to experience the conspiracies that surround Area 51? You've come to the right place. Joining us now is Zach Wood from Midway Games, representing the new game, Area 51.
Welcome to the show,
Zach. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, first off, why don't you tell us a little bit about your game?
Well, it takes place, like you said, in the government facility at Area 51, and the game revolves around Ethan Cole, who's basically a scientist. He's a hazmat specialist, and there's been a sort of virus that's permeated through the base and it's totally shut it down. So he's part of a team of 4 that go in to investigate what's going on.
Well, I have to say, a lot of shooters out there right now. What really differentiates this one?
The $1 million question. I get it all the time, believe me.
Good question, Morgan. Good question.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It basically evolves. This game evolves from what could be considered sort of standard military to something very alien and very strange. And the player's experience changes throughout the game as well. You start off with a team, so there's some squad combat stuff going on.
Yeah, I see that.
And then, we're really sort of building this friendship, this kinship with all your buddies. And eventually they start to die off, and we really sort of, experience that with them. No.
No, you don't shoot them out. Sorry.
Lieutenant Liquid Steak wants to know, what about online gameplay modes? Will there be? Is there any LAN capability, especially on the Xbox?
Absolutely, yeah. We're doing Xbox Live and PS2 online, 16 players on both.
That's
so absolutely,
nice.
yeah.
And what kind of weapons can we expect to see in the game?
Well, there's
I was
quite a
going
bit.
to say in the multiplayer mode, but it's probably the same as a single player. So let's just run at the game.
Yeah. Well, so there's basically, we've got the standard, military armament. You've got your pistol and your shotgun, your sniper. We've also got some experimental weapons, some sort of alien technology stuff that we're kind of playing with. And there's also some alien abilities that you get in the game as well. So that's also kind of a weapon.
What kind of alien abilities? Just curious.
Well, one of them is you get this ability to shoot these organic parasites out of your hands, and you throw those into the world, and they basically siphon energy from your enemies and suck it back to you.
Ooh, I hate when people siphon my energy. Let's take a call really quick. Hey, caller.
Hello?
Hey, what's your name?
Zephyr.
Zephyr, where are you calling from?
California.
All right. You have a question about Area 51 for Zach?
Yeah, I have some great memories with the old arcade light gun game. What inspiration did the team draw from that arcade game?
Okay.
Thanks for the question. Yeah, I guess one of the comparisons could be just the sheer amount of action going on. With that game, there were enemies just coming at you constantly over and over and over, and there are definitely some areas of that in our game. But we wanted to really kind of take the world and build upon it, play off some of the conspiracy theories, and really build an immersive story for the players. That's how it kind of differs now with what we're doing.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, thanks.
So when can we look forward to seeing it on store shelves?
It'll be out early 2005.
All right, well, thank you very much. Looking forward to this. Now, you sit right back down on that couch, because coming up after this, Morgan is going to give you something a little bit twisted. And then we're going to play everybody's favorite game show, 3 Blind Hosts. Bump it on. Maybe it's like a after that. Or
I never know when to say it with you guys.
We kind of make it up as we go along.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, this computer would be perfect for school.
Yeah, but this one would be a lot easier for you to, you know, bring home every weekend.
It's that time again. And Circuit City's the place for all your new school gear. Right now, you'll save $280 on this compact notebook computer with an AMD Athlon XPM processor and built-in wireless G capability. Now just $699.99 after mail-in rebates. Today at Circuit City.
Take a vacation.
Chips. You got like a chocolate chip.
With the Johnsons.
Wow.
Good night, mate.
Mamanito.
Johnson Family Vacation. Own the DVD today.
یعنی هویت دینی یا غیر دینی بودن با اون امامه. اگر پشت سر امیرالمومنین کسی باشه مثل مارک که میخوره روی این گروهی که پشت سرشن اینا دینی هن.
BMW introduces the first seamless integration of iPod and automobile.
Hey, Mr. Rodriguez, big game tonight, huh?
Hey, A-Rod, MVP, right? New York, pressure, no sweat.
That's why SpeedStick 24/7 has patented sweat and odor fighters for maximum protection 24/7.
Whoa, A-Rod, gotta hit 80 homers.
For every New York minute of your 24-hour day, there's SpeedStick 24/7.
So, Alex, just one home run tonight?
Tough town. SpeedStick 24/7. Maximum protection 24/7. By Med.
If all you see when you scan me is a drugged out loser, you're way off. I'm a thinker, an uncle. The last thing I lit up was a rugby scoreboard. Drugs aren't me. I am my anti-drug.
This free DVD shows you how Tread Climber lets you burn calories in half the time it takes on other equipment. Call for yours right now. You need to see this free DVD. Tread Climber lets me get an amazingly effective cardio workout in 30 minutes. It's quick, it's easy, and it makes me feel great. And it's compact enough to fit anywhere in my home. Tread Climber combines the walking action of a treadmill with the stepping movement of an elliptical. It's really easy to do. It feels sort of like walking in sand. Plus, it's low impact, which keeps my knees feeling great. I know I've got to take care of myself now if I want to look younger and feel younger. If you're like us, you'll never want to waste your time on a treadmill again. Tread Climber simply produces results. Call right now for your free DVD. It will show you exactly why Tread Climber will burn calories and work your heart faster and easier than any other cardio product on the market today.
All right, in just a few moments, we are all going to get blindfolded and play our favorite game show. But you guys, during the break, Morgan, right? She told us this great story when she went on this date with this like, sweet guy.
He was really sweet.
And it was just about this to get really juicy. It reminded me it's time for Twisted and Sweet, presented by Juicy Fruit.
I never wanted to join in, you guys.
Well, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
You're going solo on this. What you got?
Well, I have Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Now, it's very twisted because it's an RPG, but you're not playing these young, cloying Japanese children trying to save the world. You're playing Mario and Luigi. Now, it's also part RPG, part platformer. You use your jump attack because you guys are, you know, Mario and Luigi are the famous jumpers.
Right.
But you also have to jump on platforms and use timing that way to get around the levels. So
that's just sweet because I love a platformer.
RPGs twisted around.
Right.
Gotcha. For me.
All right. Well, now it's time for everybody's favorite game show. Right now. 3 Blind Holes. So let's bring out our MC. You've seen him on both.
Yep.
You've seen him on this show.
That's right.
And now you get to see him again.
Yes, he did.
He came all the way from across the hall to be with us. Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome everybody to 3 Blind Hosts. I'm your host, Patrick Clark. Okay, so here's how the game works. First, we blindfold our 3 lovely contestants. Then playing in our monitors will be gameplay from random video games. I will be giving clues about the games, of course, and whoever buzzes in first...
That was me!
Such is Tina. With the correct name of the game gets a point. Now, let's find out who our hosts are playing for. Starting from left to right on your screen here, let's start with...
Who is Crossfire Virus?
Crossfire Virus
For 10 points.
is the
Loser?
answer,
No
not
points.
a question.
Loser?
Morgan Webb, how about you? Who are you playing for?
Captain Dreamcast.
Going down.
Yep, loser.
Finally, Thug, how about you?
The winner, Liquid.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
No
We'll
whammies.
see, we'll see.
All right. Well, Johnny, why don't you tell everybody what we're playing for today?
Well, Patrick, the two runner-ups will be sending their chatters handcrafted Buffy the Vampire Slayer 12-inch collectibles. And the winner will send their chatter a 2-foot-high interactive right hand of doom from the movie Hellboy. All gifts complimentary of Sideshow collectibles.
Well, all right, ladies, let's get the show started. The first clue is...
Yes.
Would make a great extreme sports show.
What is SSX Tricky TV?
No, I'm sorry, not right. Anyone else want to join in? Quick, ladies.
Next clue.
Next clue is boobs.
Oh.
Laura for.
DOX Jimmy's volleyball.
Oh, that's absolutely correct. All right.
It's
Laura
broken.
in the driver's seat here,
My
so to
glasses
speak.
broken.
Next clue, ladies, here we go. All right, the first clue is this. Stay in your car.
What is Grand Theft Auto?
No, I'm sorry,
Shoot.
wrong again.
Yes.
Next clue. Have a tedious time in Miami, Nice, and Istanbul. Once Constantinople. Morgan
Driver
Webb.
3.
Driver 3 is correct. Oh, we have a tie so far.
Okay. That's
Next
right.
question.
Okay.
All right. Give people a real headache. Laura.
Painkiller?
No, so close. Morgan Webb.
Psyops.
Psyops is right.
Tina, what's up? You gonna play with me?
Tina has no
What's
points.
up?
I'm sorry, no points. Here we
Okay.
go. Next question, ladies. It's not easy being green.
What is a Hulk?
I'm sorry. Wrong. Studio audience not
Who is
looking.
Link? You only get one shot. Who is Zelda?
No,
Stop.
wrong. Next, ladies, next question is, next clue is this. Playing in traffic.
Frogger.
Frogger is right, Thug. Ooh.
Like a snake. I'm sending it home to you, big boy.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's,
All
actually, here's the next clue. Could have been subtitled The Quest for Sailors. Morgan Webb.
Shenmue.
Shenmue is right.
Oh, nice one.
Shenmue is right.
High five. High five.
No.
High five.
I'm doing it for Captain Dreamcast.
Okay.
All right, one more. Here we go.
Is this worth 5 points? No, it's worth 5.
With 3, it's a tight one. Last question.
Oh, no, it's worth 10 points.
This quite all right. We'll make it with 10.
Yeah, it's worth 10 points.
Yes. Okay.
Winner
One
takes
question. Here we go.
all.
A psychedelic music shooter. Go ahead, Thug. What is it?
Rez!
Rez is right. Rez is right. Oh, you're right. That's it for our show.
All right. Show all the time.
We want to thank our guest Zach Wood from Midway Games and Area 51. Thanks to Morgan Webb for co-hosting
Thank you,
today.
Morgan. Good night, everybody. We're out of here. See you on the boards.
You think you know something about football?
You don't know nothing about football until you watch the Sweat Football Preview Show.
Join Terrell Owens and a cast of pro football's finest as they give the inside dirt on the season ahead.
I mean, the old saying goes, offense sells tickets and defense win games.
If their face is in the way, I take them to the dirt.
You're for exciting, aggressive season.
The 1 hour Sweat 04 football preview. Monday, August 23rd at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific.
چون خاندان حضرت هم که نبودن خانواده حضرت هم که در این سفر حضور نداشتن.
Coming up next, X-Play, followed by Unscrewed at 11:30 and Anime Unleashed at
سفره کارگران و بردگان و کسانی که در اطراف حضرت بودن یک سفره.
Are they saying Attack of the Show gets it before it gets out? Now, what is it?
I don't know what it is, but what Monica Lewinsky did for the cigar business is exactly what we're doing for the gaming and tech industry.
No. We definitely have it. People are constantly coming up to me saying, Kevin, how are you so hip and amazing? And I said, I don't know. Ask Jesus or R. Kelly.
Having it means being raw, frank, and usable.
Usable is not a word.
Read the Urban Dictionary much?
Attack of the Show, weeknights at 7, only on G4.
That's nice.
Yes.
Applause.
Nice.
They must not be able to see me.
They're planted.
All right, ladies, gentlemen, and MMO fanatics of indeterminate gender, rejoice. G4 TV's E305 Live, presented by Jeep, is here. Massive Gaming Expo E3 has officially opened its doors, and we're overwhelmed with game previews, big announcements, and fanboy pheromones. With me, of course, is a man so twitchy he makes WarioWare feel like a David Lean film. Attack of the Shows, Kevin Pereira.
Thank you, Adam. Now, you know, we've been touting this year's E3 as the greatest ever, and I don't say that lightly. Like, you know, at lunch when I had the best bag of Cheetos ever, oh!
It was good.
They were
yeah.
good. But come on, seriously. Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Nintendo Revolution. Now, the only thing that could make this cooler is if Bill Gates and his army of Gates bots burn Los Angeles to the ground. That'd be pretty sweet. Oh, and speaking of scorching, X-Play's Morgan Webb is here as well.
Aw, comparing me to the wholesale destruction of an entire city, I'm flattered. So much going on, and this is only day one. Luckily, E305 Live and IGN.com will be your source for all E3 information for the rest of the week. Tune in for our 2-hour live reports like this one every night at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Then go to IGN.com anytime for continuous updates. Now, before we wade out into the show floor, let's first start with some basics. Now, for gamers, E3 is like having the Super Bowl played in your own backyard on Christmas Day. And there's s'mores. Yay! Yay! It's 3 days of semi-controlled chaos that will see tens of thousands of people stampeding booths for that oh-so-sweet first taste of what the industry will be serving up in the next couple of years.
And when you're talking E3, industry is the key word. More than 400 exhibitors from over 80 countries will be showing off their goods. You got venture capitalists, importers, exporters, financial analysts, developers, and of course, the press. And all of them are making their silent and not so silent judgments about where they're going to be spending their time and their money.
That's right, and here at the heart of this electronic nirvana is, of course, all these shiny new game systems and software that makes them hum. More than 1,000 games will be unveiled this week and shown to the public for the very first time. To say nothing of the 10 brand new consoles, hundreds of peripherals, and mountains of ridiculous crap that you still, for some reason, need to own. This should give you some idea why E3 is by far the gaming industry's biggest event, and this one is amazing.
And it is, and you know, it's the gaming industry's loudest event. Like going down on the show floor, they have competing speakers going. Everyone's trying to prove that their game may not be the best, but it's definitely the loudest.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's that voice thing where you have that scratchy. By Friday, there'll be that husky Debbie Moore sound coming out of it.
But it is very exciting. People are lined up to play all the different video games. Yeah. It's interesting. Some of them have shorter lines, some of them have longer lines.
I just don't pay attention to them. I pretty much push them out of the way.
No lines
at all. A good person.
All right. If you missed our in-depth coverage of all the big E3 press conferences announcements, that was yesterday, and if you missed it, shame on you. We sat through hours of pulse-pounding flowcharts and mind-blowing PowerPoint presentations to bring you the launch of the next console cycle. So here's a roundup of all the big news from the big three.
Has there ever been a more important E3? Probably not. With 3 console unveilings in as many press conferences, there's no shortage of hype and dash streams. Sony hit the ground running with its show on Monday afternoon. We weren't expecting much from the PlayStation 3 before the show, but boy, we were wrong. Sony completely spilled the beans on its next console, leaving many scraping their jaws up off the floor. The PS3 can do just about anything with style: music, video, an online service to rival Xbox Live, and of course, games. There was no shortage of those. Sony showed some stuff that still has people wondering if it's real. And with backwards compatibility down to the original PlayStation, it will have a healthy library out of the gate when it ships next spring. The big question, how much will it cost? Microsoft's press conference followed directly afterwards, where it unveiled the backwards-compatible Xbox 360. After all the internet leaks and overproduced TV specials, there really wasn't much left to the imagination. Microsoft is really concentrating on the next evolution of Xbox Live that it hopes will snare 1 billion users when all is said and done. Yes, 1 billion users. How? Making custom clothing, of course. The Xbox 360, just like the PlayStation 3, will converge all kinds of media together into one box. And the games? Well, they haven't blown us away like the PlayStation 3 stuff has, but some of them are looking mighty fine. Nintendo's press conference brought up the rear on Tuesday, where the grandfather of the industry finally lifted the curtain on its next console, the Revolution. Well, kind of. Nintendo showed the console's casing, and sadly, that's about it. Nintendo did say that the Revolution will be able to download and play every Nintendo console game ever created, which is pretty sweet. The huge crux of Nintendo's presentation was the DS and its wireless capabilities, with games like Mario Kart and Animal Crossing. Maybe Nintendo's latest handheld will have a healthy lifespan after all. Nintendo also showed a miniature version of the Game Boy Advance called the Game Boy Micro. And of course, The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, which is looking as good as ever. Who won? Who lost? Well, let's say this. Both Nintendo and Microsoft will have their work cut out for them if they want to compete with the computing behemoth that is PlayStation 3.
Okay, do you get it? The next console cycle is officially upon us.
Yay!
What do we think about it? Well, funny you should ask, because Kevin has an opinion. Laddie boy, what do you think?
Oh, let's not call me that ever again.
Laddie
Adam.
boy.
It's kind of cute. You could have a little hat.
No, let's not.
Okay.
You know, people, there's a rumor today. PlayStation 3 might cost $500.
That's what I think.
Now, and some people are like, oh, that is way too much, blah, blah, blah. You know what? It's a Blu-ray DVD player, and it's next gen, and that's the price of a next gen graphics card on the PC anyways. I would pay $500
And it has
for
two
PlayStation
of those next gen graphics cards.
Exactly.
But they were so happy to tell you that each of those graphics cards cost $500 individually. So of course everyone in their head is adding all this the technology up. We'll see. I feel like $500 is going to be a lot of money for that.
I'm okay for $500.
I mean, it is a lot, and the economy better hold. And here's the thing that I've noticed.
360.
After getting out onto the floor, I'm feeling better about the 360.
Absolutely.
I now think it was the press conference did such a bad job of representing it.
Yes.
And now I'm seeing some games, obviously Gears of War, which we're going to be seeing later. If that can be on, if that's on this system is a rival to the PS3.
Well, they had so many buzzwords at their press conference that you just felt like they were trying to pull wool over your eyes or just pull something over on you. Whereas when you get on the floor, there are actually games playable on the floor, which is great.
Right. Now, did anybody see any PS3 playable stuff? Like the Fight Night? Was Kudo down there? Were you able to
I haven't made it into their booth. Were you able to make it over there?
Yeah, the Kudo is nary in sight, and you can see him from space with those sunglasses he was wearing. But the Fight Night demo at the press conference was amazing. It got a lot of attention because you could really see the facial expressions on the boxers, and we've been missing that. Like, you know, we haven't seen that emotion on those people's faces yet. You see those plastic faces, and it's really disappointing still. But when we saw those, it was kind of like an aha moment for the next generation of consoles.
Absolutely.
Now, I think the other thing is I made it over to Nintendo's booth. There really isn't much.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, there are games there. Zelda's there. Zelda, I mean, it's great, but you still expect it to be great. That it doesn't have that same sense of surprise.
Right.
Nintendo's, on the other hand.
Oh, here we go.
Wow,
Here we
that's
go.
a cool
Adam
game.
apparently likes the puppies.
Well, the problem is that whatever little masculinity I have left is now gone because of that game. That's all I can say.
There you have it. Well, the DS matches your skirt, which is nice. Now, whether you're excited about the Xbox 360 or just too weak to take your old Xbox off the shelf, Microsoft has new games for their Black Behemoth and the sleek 360. They're all out there on the show floor. Take a look. Here we are. This is it. This is the Microsoft booth here at E3. It's where the house that Gates built is showing off the successor to the Xbox. It's the Xbox 360 now. Microsoft knows the console is up against some stiff competition in the form of the PlayStation 3, but they're counting on the success of Xbox Live and a few key exclusives to really save the day. Now, depending upon your point of view, the Xbox 360 is either a slick piece of modern art design or a dead ringer for George Jetson's toaster. Now, the wireless controller is standard, and now Xbox Live will be an integral part of everything you do with the system. From music to movies to sports, everything will be available at the touch of a single button. The Xbox Live Marketplace features a bunch of ways to customize your Xbox 360 experience. This even includes the ability to design corporate logo branded apparel that other people can buy and download and then put on their in-game characters. That's right, folks. Microsoft wants you to pay for the in-game advertising now. But don't worry, it's a feature. In the weeks leading up to E3, it seemed like Perfect Dark Zero was going to be the flagship title, but now it's gone conspicuously missing. In its place is another rare game. It's called Cameo: Elements of Power. This game has gone from the GameCube to the Xbox, and now it's on the Xbox 360. I mean, it's got to be some kind of record. You'll play as Cameo, an elf who can shapeshift into various creatures. Now, she's trying to save her land from some nasty invading trolls, and what's being shown is much more expansive than any of the previous versions, with large battlefields containing dozens of enemies.
Surprising no one, Dead or Alive 4 has popped up as a launch title, and, well, it looks pretty much the same as DOA always does. Nice backgrounds and 5-year-old gameplay. Ninja Gaiden 2, where are you? Project Gotham Racing 3 is in the works as well. Now, details are sketchy, but we do know that it will feature a spectator mode so you can watch races, and tournaments will be held with grand prizes of up to $1 million. Now, is this the beginning of professional Xbox Live players? A boy can dream. One of the big aces Microsoft still has up its sleeve is Hironobu Sakaguchi's Mistwalker Studios. Sakaguchi created Final Fantasy, and now he's working on an RPG for the Xbox 360 called Lost Odyssey. It's the story of a 1,000-year-old man who can't die, and the clash between magic and technology that is ripping the world apart. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to see Halo with the launch of the Xbox 360, and so far the most impressive title we've seen, well, it's not a launch title either. However, with that said, this title does have a chance to be just as big and just as important as Microsoft's trademark shooter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gears of War by Epic Studios. It's a tactical shooter with some serious horror elements that hits a dying human race against terrifying monsters risen from the deep underground. And yes, it will have online play, and even better, online co-op. Now you may be wondering, but Kevin, what does Microsoft have for the Xbox that it already owns? Well, that's a good question, and here's your answer. It's Conquer. Live and Reloaded. This is the only first-party title that Microsoft is showing off here at E3 now. Don't worry, there's tons of third-party support, but the big MS is focused squarely on the next generation. And you know what? That's a good thing, considering the battle that Xbox 360 has against the PlayStation 3.
You know, E3 is all about new games and celebrity sightings. And right now we have a couple of celebrities on the set with us, Sean and Marlon Wayans, not Adam and Kevin. How are you guys liking E3?
It's insane.
Yeah.
It really is. It's overload.
You guys play games yourselves?
That's all. Well, I play a lot more than Sean. Got a bunch of 80s. I play 80s. Yeah. I'm like straight out of the 80s. I got Miss Pac-Man. I got Donkey Kong. I got Elevator Action.
Like all those games that never end.
I'm like a video game crackhead. Whatever you got, I'm gonna play it. No. Actually, the games that never end is that John Madden football. No, John Madden football ends. SOCOM don't end. SOCOM, you literally got to go get you some U.S. Marines. You got to move out there. The place you're playing.
Alright, what do you guys bring for us today? You have a game of your own. But it's a trading card game. It already looks better than the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh card games that are out there. I don't know if you guys play those, but I'm about to get killed by fanboys, so please protect me when they come up here in an angry mob.
It's Pokemon, but kind of it's Jokemon. It's basically it's called the Dozens, and it's your mama jokes on cards. And so we got funny animation to go along with it, and you play. Kind of like the game War.
Okay.
You go back and forth, and who tells the funniest mama joke on the card wins, and it's rated. Right, and it's also a cell phone game as well.
But you don't have to make up the joke. The joke's on the card for you.
So
I don't have to actually be funny at all.
Hey, throw one out there. Throw one out there. Go for it.
Your mama's so... I already messed it up.
Come on, try to go for it. Come on.
Your mama's feet so ugly when she takes off her shoes, it looks like she's throwing up gang signs.
Look at that. Now that's funny.
That was pathetic. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
No, that was funny. That was good. But your mama's breath so stink, they consider her mouth a weapon of mass destruction.
Well, you already win on that. You already win on that.
Now the cards are out. It comes out June 1st, exclusively at Blockbuster. June 1st, so you can get the cards. And the bonus mobile game is available. Just go to www.dozensonline and pick it up. And it comes with good gum.
It comes with the gum for free?
Yeah, and the gum is soft. It doesn't cut up the roof of your mouth. Yeah, it ain't like that razor blade they give you. This is actually good gum.
Well, I'm going to have this, and thanks for stopping by,
no
guys.
Problem,
really
no
appreciate
problem.
it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. Now, shift your position on the futon slightly, but don't get up, because later we have a demo of Unreal Tournament 2007. Yes, it came from the future to be on our show. And to kill John Connor, of course. Plus, the oft-remixed but never imitated Cliffy B is here with Gears of War and Unreal Engine 3. It makes the violence pretty.
beautiful, slightly nauseating blend of light, sound, and women who are paid handsomely to wear very little clothing. And already, we have the man behind one of the biggest games of the Expo right here on our set, Cliff Bleszinski. I have to say, Gears of War, which you're obviously showing, I do not expect to see anything to impress me more than this game. I just wanted to say that and go on the record.
You know, Epic's known for Unreal Tournament, and you know, we wanted to create a new IP, something that's a little bit darker, a little bit grittier, something that's a little bit nastier, and that's what Gears of War it's all about. It's kind of a, you know, Band of Brothers meets Resident Evil, right? I love tactical shooters and I love survival horror games, so let's mix those chocolate and peanut butters and see what we come up with.
All right, so let's clarify one thing. This is not in the Unreal universe, is it?
No, this is a completely new universe.
Right, which is good, because we don't have to, you know,
the thing about Gears of War, there's no space aliens, there's no dropships, there's no caution striping, there's no lava, right? It's kind of its own planet, and everything's really, really dark, nasty, and maybe a little bit violent, too.
Yeah, well, there's also a fair amount of profanity, as we saw.
Well, you know, maybe there's a few F-bombs here and there, but...
Yeah, there's quite a few. So, sort of take us through, like, what are the big features of the game? I actually got a chance to check it out. I mean, there's about 2 or 3 big things in it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the first thing that we're doing is having an amazing cover system, right? We're going to take cover, like, deeper than anybody's taken it before. You're going to want to get behind a wall, you're going to want to kick over tables, you're going to knock over pillars, and then you're going to see your enemies chip away at the very same cover, and then you're going to run in fear from these horrible bad guys, right? The second thing we're pushing is co-op. I'm a big fan of that kind of sofa experience of like, hey man, let's team up, let's take on these enemies, and co-op's just going to be huge. You're going to be able to play it on live. It's going to be really, really fun. The other thing is water cooler moments. I have no attention span, and I love games with memorable moments, so we're designing the game in like 5 to 10 minute increments. There's always going to be something new, something exciting coming at you, just moment to moment, non-stop, constant.
And which is interesting, because I think you did one of the first memorable moments in PC gaming, which was in the beginning of Unreal, when all the lights would go off and then the scar would come up. So I mean,
oh, you're flattering me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was the moment everybody remembers from Unreal, was when the lights turn off, the scar comes out.
It was in the first hour, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, well, it was right at the beginning. We got the hooks in there, and we got people playing through it. And you know, that's the kind of thing we want to do with Gears of War. We want to have moment, and then make people talk about it, and then have people just kind of guide other people in the online experience and on the sofa experience to enjoy it together.
Now, okay, let's talk about the enemies, because I mean, this also has some of the most inventive-looking creature design I've ever seen in a game. I'm sort of like, what's their backstory?
Well, the Locust Horde, one day humanity was fighting on the planet of Syrah, and all of a sudden just this army comes forth from the underground of the planet, and they can emerge at any point. They just burst out of the ground and start laying waste to everything. So you're not only fighting against like bipedal enemies that take cover and use suppressing fire, but you're also fighting against strange little wretch-like creatures and then giant 4-story tall monsters. There's really a full range in there. It's really cool.
Now, you're obviously using the Unreal Engine, and it's version number 3.
Unreal Engine 3.
Now, it's obviously really impressive, and also we saw it at the Sony press conference. What is it about this engine that seems to just make it stand out so much more than even like Source and the Doom 3?
Well, I mean, you talk to a lot of developers, and they're like, we're going to have to put 8 million people on this project. We're going to have to spend $500 million. And, you know, yeah, games are going to get more expensive to make. You know, you're going to need more people, but it's like, let's work smarter, not harder. Let's make better tools that enable the developers to rapidly prototype and get their visions on screen quickly. That's what Unreal Engine 3 lets you do.
Now, the Xbox 360, obviously that's what Gears of War, it is only going to 360, there is no PC iteration.
Gears of War is an Xbox 360 exclusive.
How are you liking working with it? I mean, it's like going through the process.
I've got an amazing relationship with Microsoft. I'm working with Howard Phillips as the gameplay guy over there. He was the guy with the bow tie and the Nintendo Game Master, right? Writing-wise, I'm working with Eric Nyland. He's the guy who wrote the Halo novels. And we go back and forth all the time about how the writing's going to play out, how the scripts are going to be, how the universe is going to unfold over the course of the game, and it's just been a phenomenal working relationship.
So this is a very story-driven game. I mean, do you think that like there would like to be a Halo killer on the Xbox?
Halo's an amazing game. Halo's over here. Gears is over here. So you know, if Bungie sells a lot of Xbox 360s and we sell a lot of Xbox 360s, we're all happy and we all have great games.
All I know is I'm waiting for next year. Okay, when we come back, we'll catch up with the sweating, swag-toting masses as Brendan Moran competes in the annual Running of the Nerds. Plus, paper fragging has never looked so damn pretty when we get our twitchy hands on Unreal Tournament 2007. It's from the future.
Cheaper than LA Convention Center parking. It's our free E3 05 live coverage. We're bringing you all the best that E3 2005 has to offer. without the weird smell of the attendees. Gentlemen, just a little tip. If you're wearing more than 2 layers of free XXL t-shirts, reconsider. Right now, however, Morgan Webb travels 2 years into the future and slightly to my left to check out Unreal Tournament 2007.
We're in the future right now. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Unstoppable multiplayer franchise Unreal Tournament is ready to launch Flak into the next generation with UT 2007. And epic boss man Mike Katz is here to demo the new game. Welcome, Mike, and please let me know when I can start killing things.
2006, 2007, we'll get there soon.
And
when it's fun. When it's fun.
When it's fun. All right, fine. So let's take us through the demo. Let's see a little bit about what's going on. Load her up there. He's hitting the button. There we go. Now, the first thing you see is it's gorgeous, of course.
Well, it's Unreal Engine 3. How could it not be gorgeous? And on multiple platforms, you name it, right? So this demo starts right after you've seen Malcolm in a museum setting. He jumps right outside of the museum. You go, oh my God, it's live, because it is. You know, a couple 100 million polygons here in this scene. UT 2007, just like UT 2004, except so much cool new stuff you're not going to be able to handle yourself.
And I have to say that your demo at the press conference was amazing. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, we're so proud of that. First live demo ever on the Sony PlayStation 3. It's a great platform. They're all great platforms. We love them all equally, all my children equally.
There was that great aha moment when you actually saw that it was being rendered in real time.
Oh, it was absolutely crucial to pick up the controllers. And you heard the moment. Oh, it was wonderful.
So tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here.
Okay, so he's driving the new Scorpion. Of course, it's got the blades just like you remember before. Even better physics. You can carry guys around on the blades. Absolutely sick stuff. It's a mature title, kids. We've added a couple new features as well. Mark's going to show off a boost. And it's also got an ejection feature, which he'll show you in just a second to take out this barricade. So Onslaught is just like you remember, except all sorts of new tactical elements on top of it, RTS elements, cooler vehicles, cooler guns. That's what we do.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the new vehicles.
Well, we've got the vehicles from UT 2004. If you want to play old school, we always support that. So you can play classic if you'd like to. But we've also got a whole new set of vehicles, the Necros vehicles. So darker, stranger kind of stuff. We're not showing that yet, but I think you're going to be really impressed.
And so they're not going to be anything like the vehicles that we're used to at all?
Not at all. Those are sort of more military set, and this other stuff is going to be the Necros who are attacking the Excellent Research Corps.
Okay, so what can you tell us about the engine?
Oh man, it's the best engine ever. We're selling it very cheaply. Well, no, not really. You know, graphics upgrade, of course. We're paying attention to all the new consoles. We're just so excited to get it out there. We've been playing with this stuff for 2 years, and it's great to see everybody's faces and say, yeah, this is real, it's live, it's real time, this is the game.
Well, it is a beautiful engine, and I see it's doing pretty well for you on so many other different games. Pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the show's been great for us. We've got Lost Odyssey showing. We've got Huxley showing. Of course, Gears of War you just saw. Just some great stuff. Thanks.
And tell me a little bit about the new weapons.
Well, let's see. The rocket launcher, the flat cannon, those will stay the same.
Okay, good. Because
yeah, we've got to keep the hardcore stuff just right.
Yes.
For people like you.
Thank you. We'd be very upset if we got the game and where's the flat cannon?
Yeah, we have to have Instagen. We have to have a flat cannon or people will kill us, right? But we'll have some new stuff in there, too. We're always trying to innovate.
Yeah. Why did you show it at the PlayStation 3 press conference? What was so special about that?
It was the PlayStation 3 press conference. What am I missing? That was real exciting for us to be involved in both, right? We had Gears of War at the 360 one as well. So.
And were you pretty excited about the specs on the PlayStation 3?
Oh, absolutely. I love all the little holes. I'm a geek, right? So I've got a spot for CF and SD and a little memory card. I love all that stuff. But I'm going to have both, right? I have to buy both.
Yeah. Well, we all do. Like us as the gamers and the game journalists, we have to buy both. That doesn't really say anything.
It's the hard part about the job, really. I mean, you have to play all the games and play on all the consoles.
Yeah. So I see that this demo's over, so he's gonna reset it for us again. I understand that the demo you brought is
just about 2 minutes.
Tragically short. I know it's a work in progress.
Oh my God.
I know it's
2007. Did you not see the title?
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about Onslaught.
About Onslaught. Well, as usual, our plan is to not mess it up. We start with that, and we make sure if you want to play Onslaught with the old vehicles, you can. But we're getting a lot bigger. We've added seamless technology to the engine, and that means that you can have lots and lots of maps together and have a moving battlefront across those. Okay. So be able to capture a bunker, that sort of more battlefieldy in space kind of feel, or you can play old school Onslaught just going to nodes. That's what makes Onslaught great, right, is that you can go onto a giant map with 64 people, but they're always concentrated in the places that matter. We make you have fun. That's our job.
Onslaught was the mode that people went back to again
Absolutely.
And again and again. It was the one that I always ended up going to. Now, I want to know about the bot AI and the voice commands. Now, I know you guys have used the technology to really advance this as well. What can we expect from
Well, the
Unreal?
lead designer of the game is Steve Polge, and he was the guy who worked
worked on the AI for all the Unreal games.
Okay.
And so now he gets to do whatever he wants in the AI department. So we're starting with 2004 and adding all sorts of new stuff. Bots are going to communicate to you intelligently. They're not going to say, we're in trouble. It's going to be, there's trouble on the second floor of the third building on the left near the onslaught.
Really?
Just rip it all out real time. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. You can say, hit this node and just say it all on live on a microphone like this, and you're all set.
So are you going to be able to communicate with your bots?
Absolutely.
Like that, the same way?
We want the online experience and the offline experience to be the same. Surprising number of people never go online with UT because I guess they don't know it has multiplayer.
Okay.
And so they play bots, and we want them to have a great time.
Yes. Yes. Now tell me a little bit about the new online features that you're going to offer.
Well, something that hurt us a little bit is watching the Unreal Championship 2 community. They've got all these cool features, finding friends, clans, and all that stuff, and we don't have that on the PC, and we think of ourselves as the premier deathmatch game, right?
Yes.
So for us, it's all going to be all about making sure that you've got that sort of new experience online, and that you can play UT, find some people, have fun, start a clan, website in the game, everything.
Awesome.
Right there.
Well, we cannot wait, and I need to...
You're going to have to.
Man, I need to watch things die in aesthetically pleasing ways. I can't wait. Now, our sponsors need to sell you stuff, and Kevin Prayer needs to say a few things about the rest of today's show.
Right, it's me time. Thank you, Morgan Webb. Charming angel of death and fellow co-host. Now, if you're considering moving away from the television, stop! Because you could totally blow out your aorta with that kind of strenuous activity. Nobody would want that. Plus, coming up, we have Ultimate Spider-Man Quake 4 and the 2005 Running of the Nerds. Trust me, it's not, how do you say it, pretty.
Hallelujah! It's raining nerds at E305 Live. And a few of my fellow geeks are as dangerous as the wild fanboys who thunder through halls of E3 every year looking for free swag. So this morning we sent roving reporters Brendan Rand and John Walsh to tempt death when the gates of E3 opened. Here's a look at the annual event we call the Running of the Nerds.
Welcome to the 2005 Running of the Nerds. There's some feisty nerds this year. Come on, let's do it. And our runners are almost ready to go.
All right. The thing about this year is there's so many nerds, and they're just a lot bigger than they were in previous years. I mean, they're massive. Not you.
You go down hard. You know, but that's why we do it, man. Just live on the edge. If you're not on the edge, you're taking up too much damn room.
Let's take a look at the course. They'll be starting at the main entrance and ending up at the Microsoft booth. They're running in the South Hall this year. Safety concerns forced a change from the West Hall after last year's tragic pileup that claimed 12 lives. After a short sprint past the EA, the runners will be making a hard left and then trying not to get caught up in traffic at Vivendi Universal Games. Then, it's a mad dash between the NC Soft and Activision booths. But they're going to have to slow up to make the right-hand turn into the home stretch. It's going to be exciting, folks, especially with a pack of nerds hot on their trail. Let's check out the action at the starting line. Go!
And there they go! Off to a fast start. They're making the first crucial turn. One of the runners seems to be taunting the nerds. I don't think that's a good idea. You don't want to get in the way of one of those 300-pounders. Down the straightaway. One runner just barely getting away in time.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I've never felt more alive.
How's my sash look? Yeah? Okay.
And here they come around the last turn. Oh, one of the runners is down. And the other goes back to help him.
No.
Just too dangerous.
Okay. Nothing.
He's going to finish alone.
Yeah, it's a shame to lose him like that. He was a good friend. He was a little slow, but he was a good friend. Yeah, doing something like this, you just got to appreciate how special life is. You got to appreciate every moment of every day. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got to play this video game.
Let's have a solemn moment of silence. Oh, who cares? Because coming up, we have Tony Hawk and more big games.
ببین که دیدن آن جای پا صفا دارد هنوز مکتب علم و فضیلت و تقوا ز نور عالم آل ابا صفا دارد دمی که او به شفاعت به حشر برخیزد خدا گواست
Oh, it's a shame I hate simulation racing games because that looks gorgeous.
Yes, and this is one of the ones that we believe is actually real. Yes, because of the nature of some of the stuff in the audience, it seems to implant.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, even if you look at Gran Turismo on the PS2, it looks amazing. At times, photorealistic anyway. So for the PS3, it looked totally believable.
Definitely good direction.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, especially because I believe.
I'm seeing other play it because Gran Turismo kicks my ass up and down.
Wait, will you give it another shot when it's online, or will you just save yourself the embarrassment of losing to everybody?
If I'm going to do a driving game, I want to do that other one that seems a little bit sillier, the one with like the mud carts and the cars, the crashes and the boom.
If they get that one anywhere close to what that pre-rendered stuff looked like, then I'm excited.
Yes. Yeah, if it could be just a couple steps down, I'd still be wetting my pants. Absolutely. I wet my pants all the time.
You do. You really should stop that. All right, right now we're swimming in a sea of gamers, but what about the comic book nerds? Are you feeling neglected? Well, stop it, you big baby, because quite frankly, no one wants to see a grown man in Spider-Man under his cry. Now, Activision has some Marvel Comics goodies for you. Oh, and maybe a little Quake 4 too. Yeah. Cheats. Kristen Holt has more info than you could shake a near mint X-Men #1 app.
Okay, from mutants to Spidey to Space Marines, Activision has it all. So let's go inside the booth and check it out. Marvel's team of extraordinary mutants, the X-Men, are back and have to join forces with their arch enemies, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and X-Men Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse, to fight Apocalypse, a villain planning on enslaving Earth. Woo! Like we haven't heard that one before. X-Men Legends 2 boasts an impressive roster of 16 playable mutants. The game features a 4-player co-op online mode that developer Raven has streamlined to keep the action frenzied and the character micromanaging to a minimum. Comics lover will be climbing the walls over Ultimate Spider-Man. The game's graphics and story have been ripped directly from the pages of the Brian Michael Bendis Ultimate series, but the big news is that the fanboy favorite Venom is a playable character for about half the game. From superheroes to superstars, Lionhead Studios is showing off their new live simulation, the Movies. The game enables players to build their own movie studio and play through over 100 years of movie making. You can take advantage of the 40 different sets and hundreds of props and effects that you can add to customize over 8,000 scenes. Finally, we have a chance to remake the Star Wars prequels the way they were meant to be. Put away your flashlight and say goodbye to the Hellspawn. It's time to take on some aliens in Quake 4. The story continues from Quake 2, and now the humans are attacking the Strahd planet. Okay, if killing aliens isn't your thing, then let's go kill some Nazis. Call of Duty 2 features brand new proprietary technology with amazing AI and graphics. The action takes place across Europe, and non-linear level design allows you multiple ways of completing objectives. And here's a first. Your team is actually a major asset with the new chatter system that enables non-player characters to actually give you useful information and directions while in the field.
Tony Hawk is back, and this time he brought his bike. For the first time ever, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland gives players freedom to explore and complete missions in an enormous world. Your fully customizable characters bike and skate through an impressive, seamless version of Los Angeles. All right, Neversoft's new game is here, and it's called Gun. They're being very secretive about this game, so I decided to do some reconnaissance work and go find out what people know. All right, you look like you know what's going on here. What do you know about this game?
It's called Gun.
Okay, they're being very secretive about this game. What do you know about it?
It involves weapons.
Involves weapons. Thank you. Anything you know?
Guns. Lots of them. That's really it.
Lots of guns?
There's going to be a lot of shooting.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of shooting.
It has a succinct title.
These guys know everything. You're amazing. Surely the gun girls will be able to tell me something about this game. Hey girls, what's up? What can you tell me about this game? We're all dying to know.
We're not revealing anything. Yeah, you gotta watch the trailer.
We have to watch
Name's Gun, though. That's all.
Its name's Gun. All right. Well, I was unable to find out too much about Gun, but Activision is showing a new teaser trailer. Oh, and of course it features guns. All right, that's it for Activision. Pretty exciting, huh? Now I gotta go because I'm gonna go find those military boys. I love a man in uniform.
Wow, incredible stuff. I mean, Activision, I mean, they're getting pretty close to EA in just the number of games and the number of quality games. I think they might be surpassing EA in that regard.
Anybody can push out a ton of titles, but I'm truly excited for Quake 4 and the movies. And I'm a little concerned at how much the movies might underdeliver, not because I think it's going to, but because it just promises so much. It's like
it's Peter Molyneux. I mean, it's we have. I mean, I wanted Black and White to be what he said, and it was a little bit less. Same with Fable.
I was watching them demo it on the floor, and it's like they built the Botox room and then dropped the actress in there to get a little work done, and then they took her over to PR, and I'm like, wait a minute. I thought the game was about making movies, but there's so much more behind it.
Yeah, and hopefully they have a lot of hair work in there. Why am I doing that?
Well, no, they need it.
Yes, they do. Now, Activision, the other stuff, the Spider-Man decision, I think was a really good one.
Really?
I think that, when you have some of the more animated, look to it, it overemphasizes, I think it takes it away from reality, which is important because while the Spider-Man game was fun for all the swinging, it sort of had this dead quality when it came to what was actually happening on the streets. This kind of gives it just pop all the time, just because of the colors and, of course, the black outlines.
See, aside from going cell shading, which I'll probably debate you on whether or not that's a good idea, I think it is a great idea. No, I don't care to. I could. I think it's a great idea that you can play Venom. I wonder, does this stem from Halo 2 and the fact that you can take over the Covenant role? Because I want to know, did they start this trend, or was this a development before?
It's an interesting trend. Obviously, since we know who Venom is, it's really exciting to play him. Right. But I find that this trend of having you play your enemy is not one I'm terribly fond of, because when you get excited about playing a game, you want to play it based upon the experience you've imagined having.
See, I enjoy it. Just like during the discussions, I like playing the bad guy.
Look at that. Kevin and I agree on so much. Put your hand on the remote and you'll draw back a bloody stump. Or maybe not. But do you really want to find out? Either way, when you come back, Tony Hawk is here with American Wasteland. Yes, another game for Mr. Hawk. Like you need more money, Tony.
Actually managed to sneak into the PS3 demo.
Oh, nice. Now, were you impressed? Were you blown away?
Yeah, both. All of the above. Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Pretty shiny things in your set?
Yeah, just, seeing the kind of, I don't know, just seeing the kind of motion they can do and the rendering, and there was a boxing thing that actually scared me. I didn't want to play the game because it was too scary. It was like I was really boxing someone.
I think in the next gen, skateboarding games, when you hit the sack on the rail, you're really going to see it on the guy's face. And I think
that's our goal.
Yeah,
that's our goal for it. Yeah.
So now you were outside doing a little bit of a demo earlier today.
Yeah, we did something right when the show opened, and we're going to do something right when the show closes. So anyone walking out, they can see us right across the street.
What is that something, Tony?
We're doing a big, we're doing a demo. We're promoting American Wasteland, and we're going to have Alkaline Trio and the Bled play, and we're excited. It's fun.
Very nice, very nice. Now you retired from competition, is that correct?
Yeah, I haven't competed in about 5 years.
You miss it?
No, I did it for about 20, and I'm tired of
enough.
Yeah, enough pressure, and also it gives me more freedom to do lots of exhibitions and tours and things that I wanted to do when I was following the competition schedule.
And you get to moonlight as a game designer as well, which is nice, right?
Yeah, I can't complain about that.
Tell me about it. Another game coming out.
Yeah, well, American Wasteland, it's a departure for us, so we gave it a new title, and it's basically all takes place in LA, the epicenter of skating's roots, and it's LA as one giant level, so there's no load time between different areas, you know what I mean? You can skate from East LA to Santa Monica and explore everything in between, and it's really good.
Very nice. Now, there's some other major departures as well. Like you're going back to classic mode, like you've done that before, but classic mode is all new levels, all new experiences, from what I hear?
Yeah, well, we like to explore the levels from previous games with all the new technology that we have, so that's an exciting fact. For the diehard game, the diehard fans of
There's like 3 fans down there right now going, yeah!
For our 3 fans and the media audience, they're going to be excited about it. But also we've got like legendary skater Tony Alva, the new hot.
And some of his moves in there too, as well, right?
Yeah, it's like the surf. It's very much Dogtown era in terms of some of the new moves we created in there.
So tell me about some of the player options, because the creative skater is always huge. But now, well, first of all, what's the story? Let's start there, because you pick your character to go along with the story. But what is the tale behind it?
Well, the tale is very much based in the history of skating in the 70s, and some legendary figures like Tony Alva's in the game. You've got to sort of, I can't give it too much away, but basically you're uncovering a Valhalla skating facility.
Oh, nice. And it's something about teen angst and growing up and casting away your home.
Well, yeah, always. I mean, that goes hand in hand with skating, right? So
now the rumors I've heard some rumors you'll be able to pedal in this game.
Yeah,
some spokes and some cars.
We added a bike in there, and we actually added some new technology to the bike. It's not just like the regular controls that people are used to, and so we made it a little more challenging, but much more real. And Rick Thorne will be in there, who's one of my favorite BMXers.
Very nice, very nice. Now, what's the future for the franchise? Because if you add anything more, it's going to be Grand Theft Auto. I mean, you're going to be able to take over everything. What would you like to see?
Honestly, the future is dictated by the new technology. So as the new consoles come out, we'll rise to the occasion and make new challenges and make it that much more visually exciting and that much more challenging. So, with Xbox 360, we're finally on Xbox Live.
Yes.
And then we got the PS3 coming out. That just allows us to do that much more with our game.
Can you promise me and the viewers the painful beanbag reactions when they get nailed?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's put it this way. In the new consoles, you definitely won't want to get racked on a rail.
Exactly. Tony, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Coming up, you want some next gen, my Padawan learner? Oh, we've got next gen, and we've demoed full auto. Plus, we get our sweaty little hands on the Xbox 360 when Microsoft's Jay Allard pops in for a visit. Jay, I look forward to caressing your box. Yes, starting June 10th, Happy Tree Friends will start airing on Attack of the Show, so now you can get your tech news and your cool websites while watching cute little animals vivisect each other.
And they're so cute with the impaling, too.
I know, aren't they?
No.
Hey, you know what's interesting? We're actually hitting our 2nd hour of E305 Live.
Yep, all week long we have live coverage of the Electronic Entertainment Expo, and that's it. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. You should know that if you're watching us right now.
And in the next hour, we have the Xbox 360 here on our stage, unless, of course, it's still in makeup. Man, that thing became a diva pretty quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, well, actually, it's upset because, Jay Allard wore the whole sweatshirt, sport coat combo that it was going to wear today, so it's changing.
I see.
And after we're done fondling the 360, Kevin and Morgan are going to get behind the wheel of full auto and try to fracture as many vehicular laws as humanly possible.
Plus, new games, audience favorites, and a look at Killing Day, the PS3 game that simply blew people away at Sony's press conference. All that coming up next. Welcome back, E305 Live. It's right here where you left us, straddling the thin line between calm, objective reporting and frenzied gaming hysteria. And speaking of gaming hysteria, we've heard about it, we read about it, we glimpsed this sandwich between music videos and TRL plugs, and now we want to touch it. But first, the Xbox did have a face, and according to some leaked concept photos we found online, it was supposed to. It would probably look a hell of a lot like Jay Allard. He runs the original Xbox, and now he's ready to show us Generation 2. Welcome, Jay.
Hey,
so, this is it.
This is the new baby. Xbox 360, baby.
So this is the standard way. It's this faceplate right here that can actually be changed in different ways.
You can take the face off right here on the side, personalize it, style it, make it your own.
Now, how would one do that? Do you sort of send in a picture that you want on it, or how does that happen?
We've got secrets. We've got secrets. You'll see some
Microsoft
stuff
has
at retail. You'll see some stuff on eBay. You'll see some stuff.
Okay, well, let's get to the heart of it. What's inside of it? We didn't hear much in the way of the specs. I think Bill Gates actually kind of rattled them off very quickly.
It's a monster inside, man.
There's a monster inside. I mean, are there any numbers?
Big numbers. Let's see. IBM PowerPC, 3 cores, running at 3.2 gigahertz apiece, 512 meg of RAM, so plenty of memory there for some big graphics, and a honking graphics part from ATI. ATI is doing this really, really great custom graphics part for us with 10 megabytes of embedded DRAM that's going to let programmers just do amazing things with graphics.
Now, let's just say, obviously we heard what the specs were for the PS3. How in your mind does that compare to it? I mean, where if you had to put them together, what was your take on this?
It doesn't really matter in one regard. I mean, both companies are focused on building highly custom hardware to take gaming to the next level. We're rounding it out, though. We're going further than the hardware. We're adding software and services. You know, we're the only guys with live, and we're giving the game developers the tools to unlock the power of that hardware. So I think we're going to be in pretty good shape this holiday.
Okay, so let's just say that obviously it's the games that are going to be selling the system.
That's what matters.
Now, there has been some stuff swirling around. There was some reactions to Perfect Dark Zero back on the MTV special, and Perfect Dark isn't on the floor. What can you explain with that? Is there something wrong with the game?
Well, you know, here's the thing, and you guys know this all too well in G4. It's impossible to show a great interactive experience without the interactivity. And I played PDZ. Perfect Dark Zero is an amazing game. And so it kind of got its day in the sun with MTV, and now we're turning our attention to a couple other games this week at E3.
Okay, but there really wasn't that much Perfect Dark Zero footage that was on the show.
It's not about the footage. I mean, the MTV guys wanted to show the competition, the fun with it, but the intensity of PDZ, the gameplay balance is really, really good. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, is there something wrong with the game? I'll remind you, E3 2001, there's a small title called Halo.
Right.
And people said, it's a disaster, it's no fun, the controls, first-person shooters, and, you know, Halo turned out all right.
Now, but once again...
Didn't it? Halo turned out all right.
Halo was a great game. No, you're completely right. Halo was a great game. Okay, but let's go back. Why did that happen to Halo? Is that the same thing? Why was Halo also kind of choppy back then? And why was this happening with maybe some of the other games that are on display?
It's a simple answer. Game designers don't design for E3.
Okay.
They design for final product. And so here we are in May when all the games are ramping up to get finished up for the holiday season. Same thing with Halo. Halo is jamming for a final street date, and we showed what we could in May, and that's where we are. We're showing everything that we can in May, get gamers pumped up, but we're letting the game development teams really focus on what matters, which is that end game and delivering awesome experiences this holiday.
Now, what can you say, because I have seen a few things. Obviously, I've seen Gears of War, which is quite impressive, and there's other stuff there. There is Full Auto and there's Condemned, which really struck me. But, you know, there are many people that are seeing the games, and they're not seeing what they consider to be a big difference between what Xbox was showing, especially right now when it's really at the top of its game, to what they're seeing right now with these first-generation games for Xbox 360. So what could you sort of convey to them to sort of alleviate that anxiety that they don't know, you know, they don't see what the big jump is?
Well, we're not showing a bunch of things yet. We're not showing...
اجازه دادن بیای در خونه‌شون، اجازه دادن گریه کنی، اجازه دادن باهاش مناجات بکنی. این کم چیزیه. زبونت بهت اجازه دادن بگی خدا خدا خدا، همین شکر بکن که به تو اجازه دادن.
اگر کسی تو بساط امام رضا بود و بهش حسن تقرب و همجواری اعطا شد، باید رو همین قاعده تکوین و اراده امام هشتم قدم برداره. هرچی فقیرتر، هرچی بی ادعاتر، هرچی بیچاره‌تر، رمز این حرم اینه: هر تکه‌ات در آینه ای سیر می کند. هر تک خورد میشه آدم جلو آینه کاری. هر تکه‌ات در آینه ای سیر می کند، یعنی اگر که زائر مایی شکسته باش.
Believe him?
Look, one of the worst thing about these tariffs is how it's going to hurt the average working family. But almost as bad is just how erratic he is. He says one thing one day, one thing the next day, one thing 2 days ago. And it's outrageous because American businesses and American consumers need safe certainty. Businesses, big and small, if they think they're going to get hit by these tariffs, they stop spending, they stop employing people, they cut back on jobs. And the average consumer, what the numbers have shown, Aaron, is that the average consumer now has less confidence in the economy than they have in a very long time. Again, because Trump is so erratic in what he says and so much aimed like a dagger at the middle class. One more thing. Trump said he doesn't care if it makes prices go up for the average family. How callous can these billionaires be? Don't they understand that when the average family gets $5,000 taken from their income, they have less money for food and groceries? Maybe they can't take that vacation that they've been planning for a whole year. Maybe they can't, buy a new car. It's just, it's the nastiness, the callousness of it, and the fact that they're in a bubble so far away from the average American.
هزار بار شدم غافل از تو دیدم باد فزونی کرمت سوی این حرم کشدم خجالتی که کشیدم هماره می کشدم بهای یک ثمن بخت هم ندارم لیک به لطف خویش امام رؤوف می خردم
Amazon offers hourly employees free skills training programs to move into higher paying roles.
The majority of us as kids learned how to ride a bike with training wheels. Guardian Bikes believes there's a better and safer method.
Is that why Asmongold's chat was like, oh, I'm sure Hassan is going to be eating crow when he finds out that the markets are actually up? Is that why they were saying that? Because they only saw the first part? I saw a bunch of comments in his chat talking about me being stupid and wrong. Is working in worse conditions overall, then that's not
what we know so far about this. There's still a few unanswered questions.
I like this. Trump's tariffs. What just happened?
But finally, we got the detail on what Donald Trump meant by this Liberation Day. And let me just kind of start by showing you these bars are how high those tariffs, the US tariffs, are on various different countries around the world at the moment, or rather before Donald Trump came into office. And a quick kind of bit of revision on where we've come from so far. So threatened tariffs on Mexico and Canada. They were repeatedly threatened, repeatedly rescinded or lifted, but they might well be back again, who knows. But for the time being, they're
50% tariffs on the roughly 6,000 people who live in St. Pierre and Miquelon. Yeah. That's really f***ed up. St. Pierre and Miquelon have been cooking us for far too long. It's time. It's Jover. We have to punish them. Their endless thirst for super profits knows no bounds. It's time to drop the act. They've been f***ing us over, dude. The British Indian Ocean Territory is getting a 10% tariff. It's uninhabited and only has a U.S. military base. Yes, they didn't say thank you hard enough.
Gone. We know we've got an extra 10% tariffs on China, China 1.0, then another extra 10% tariffs on China 2.0.
The herd in McDonald's Islands are completely uninhabited. Population 0. Guess we're going to tariff the seagulls. It kind of feels like a White House intern went through Wikipedia's list of countries and just generated a list off of that with no further research. Pictured, the place which is, according to the Trump White House, apparently imposing 10% tariff on the United States. Note the total lack of any human settlements there. Yeah, the whole, this is the amount of tariffs that they're f***ing, the entire principle behind like this is all the tariffs that they're charging us, by the way, is completely made up. It's completely made up. You might think, no way, dude, the administration is going to make a bold declarative statement that undermines the way that the global economy has been designed for the past multiple decades. There's no shot that they would just like ask an AI chatbot to develop numbers. And the answer to that is yes, they will do that. And I think they did do that. Like China imposing tariffs to the United States at 67% is not correct. Is just a lie. How did they arrive at that number? They arrived at that number because they made it up. They made it up. What do they mean by this? Trump assumes that like value-added tax is a tariff. And as long as you claim anything and everything is a tariff, like domestic tax decisions that are implemented by sovereign nations, formerly sovereign nations, are now considered a tariff on American goods. It's not the value-added tax is not added on. The value-added tax is not added on to just American goods. It's added on to everything by sector. Sometimes by whatever the good is or whatever the service is, whatever the thing that you're purchasing is, regardless of its nation of origin, whether it's produced domestically or produced overseas, it does not matter. And that's something that people don't comprehend about this. And that's why the fine print says tariffs charged to the USA, including currency manipulation and trade barriers. That's why it's not tariffs. That's why everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean tariffs? I had to dig deep to try to comprehend what he meant when he was talking about trade restrictions back in the day, if you recall. And we found out together that he actually was talking about VAT, for example. Like he kept saying VAT, they're doing value-added tax. You know what a VAT is? That's a tariff. That's a tariff. It's not real. They want to make currency manipulation a thing. I mean, bro, I don't think he gives a fuck about VAT. He wants to tariff them, and he will. Even if they get rid of VAT, Trump will keep the tariffs. Yes. Israel is a great example of a country that seemingly completely eviscerated their tariffs right before this. Shut up, Piker. You are embarrassing yourself. Explain to me what you disagree with respect to what I have said so far. Did I crack it? I think I figured out at least the chunk of the math. It's trade deficit divided by exports. EU exports. Wait, what? Israel exports 22.2, imports 14.8, 7.4 slash 22.2 is 33. No. Vietnam exports. No. Account created 11 minutes ago. Following says 12 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and assume this is a sock account that doesn't have any good ideas at all.
You might call them, and we're now kind of waiting to find out what will happen next, and we finally did find it out. Let's just start. There were two parts to this. Okay?
It's so funny because those guys will make a sock account after being banned numerous times in the broadcast for being an idiot or racist, and then I'll ban them sometimes without looking at their background, looking at whether or not they've been in the chat for like 12 minutes or if it's a new account or not. And then they'll clip that and go, Hassan bans dissent. He hates when people disagree with him. And it's like, you didn't even disagree with me. You just didn't even bring up anything. You made a sock account and you...
Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice crowd. What a good-looking group of people. Well, we have some very, very good news today, and a lot of good things are happening for our country. Please sit down. My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day. Waiting for a long time. April 2nd, 2025 will forever be remembered as the day American industry was reborn, the day America's destiny was reclaimed, and the day that we began to خدا بود
هر روز و شب که بگذرد از من عزیز حق چشم امید من به در این سرا بود بر 4 رکن و 6 جهت و 8 قبلگاه عکس رخ تو آینه حق نما بود باب المراد و مونس درماندگان تویی دست تو دست خالق ارض و سما بود دست تو دست خالق ارض و سما بود من خوش چینه خرمن آل محمدم سیمرغ دل به خال لبت مبتلا بود بیگانم ز خلق و تویی آشنای من بیگانم ز خلق و تویی آشنای من دستم به طوف دامن این آشنا
وجدتموهم وخذوهم واحصروهم
بیگانم ز خلق و تویی آشنای
الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة فخلوا
دستم به طوف دامن این آشنا
وإن أحد من المشركين استجارك فأجره حتى يسمع كلام الله ثم أبلغه مأمنه ذلك بأنهم قوم لا يعلمون
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم كيف يكون للمشركين عهد عند الله وعند رسوله إلا الذين عاهدتم عند المسجد الحرام فما استقاموا لكم فاستقيموا لهم إن الله يحب المتقين كيف وإن يظهروا عليكم لا يرقبوا فيكم إلا ولا ذمة يرضونكم بأفواههم وتأبى قلوبهم وأكثرهم فاسقون اشتروا بآيات الله ثمنا قليلا فصدوا عن سبيله إنهم ساء ما كانوا يعملون لا يرقبون في مؤمن إلا ولا ذمة وأولئك هم المعتدون فإن تابوا وأقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة فإخوانكم في الدين ونفصل الآيات لقوم يعلمون وإن نكثوا أيمانهم فقاتلوا أئمة الكفر إنهم لا أيمان لهم لعلهم ينتهون ألا تقاتلون قوما نكثوا أيمانهم وهموا بإخراج الرسول وهم بدأوكم أول مرة أتخشونهم فالله أحق أن تخشوه إن كنتم مؤمنين قاتلوهم يعذبهم الله بأيديكم ويخزهم وينصركم عليهم ويشف صدور قوم مؤمنين ويذهب غيظ قلوبهم ويتوب الله على من يشاء والله عليم حكيم أم حسبتم أن تتركوا ولما يعلم الله الذين جاهدوا منكم ولم يتخذوا من دون الله ولا رسوله ولا المؤمنين وليجة والله خبير بما تعملون ما كان للمشركين أن يعمروا مساجد الله شاهدين على أنفسهم بالكفر أولئك حبطت أعمالهم وفي النار هم خالدون إنما يعمر مساجد الله من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة ولم يخش إلا الله إنما يعمر مساجد الله من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة ولم يخش إلا الله فعسى أولئك أن يكونوا من المهتدين أجعلتم سقاية الحاج وعمارة المسجد الحرام كمن آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وجاهد في سبيل الله لا يستوون عند الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين الذين آمنوا وهاجروا وجاهدوا في سبيل الله بأموالهم وأنفسهم أعظم درجة عند الله وأولئك هم الفائزون يبشرهم ربهم برحمة منه ورضوان وجنات لهم فيها نعيم مقيم خالدين فيها أبدا إن الله عنده أجر عظيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا آباءكم وإخوانكم أولياء إن استحبوا الكفر على الإيمان ومن يتولهم منكم فأولئك هم الظالمون قل إن كان آباؤكم وأبناؤكم وإخوانكم وأزواجكم وعشيرتكم وأموال اقترفتموها وتجارة تخشون كسادها ومساكن ترضونها أحب إليكم من الله ورسوله وجهاد في سبيله فتربصوا حتى يأتي الله بأمره والله لا يهدي القوم الفاسقين لقد نصركم الله في مواطن كثيرة ويوم حنين إذ أعجبتكم كثرتكم فلم تغن عنكم شيئا وضاقت عليكم الأرض بما رحبت ثم وليتم مدبرين ثم أنزل الله سكينته على رسوله وعلى المؤمنين وأنزل جنودا لم تروها وعذب الذين كفروا وذلك جزاء الكافرين
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم يتوب الله من بعد ذلك على من يشاء والله غفور رحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا إنما المشركون نجس فلا يقربوا المسجد الحرام بعد عامهم هذا وإن خفتم عيلة فسوف يغنيكم الله من فضله إن شاء إن الله عليم حكيم قاتلوا الذين لا يؤمنون بالله ولا باليوم الآخر ولا يحرمون ما حرم الله ورسوله ولا يدينون دين الحق من الذين أوتوا الكتاب حتى يعطوا الجزية عن يد وهم صاغرون وقالت اليهود عزير بن الله وقالت النصارى المسيح ابن الله ذلك قولهم بأفواههم يضاهئون قول الذين كفروا من قبل قاتلهم الله أنى يؤفكون اتخذوا أحبارهم ورهبانهم أربابا من دون الله والمسيح ابن مريم وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا إلها واحدا لا يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن كثيرا من الأحبار والرهبان ليأكلون أموال الناس بالباطل ويصدون عن سبيل الله والذين يكنزون الذهب والفضة ولا ينفقونها في سبيل الله فبشرهم بعذاب أليم يوم يحمى عليها في نار جهنم فتكوى بها جباههم وجنوبهم وظهورهم هذا ما كنزتم لأنفسكم فذوقوا ما كنتم تكنزون إن عدة الشهور عند الله 12 شهرا في كتاب الله يوم خلق السماوات والأرض منها 4 حرم ذلك الدين القيم فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم وقاتلوا المشركين كافة كما يقاتلونكم كافة واعلموا أن الله مع المتقين إنما النسيء زيادة في الكفر مضل به الذين كفروا يحلونه عاما ويحرمونه عاما ليواطئوا عدة ما حرم الله فيحلوا ما حرم الله زين لهم سوء أعمالهم والله لا يهدي القوم الكافرين يا أيها الذين آمنوا ما لكم إذا قيل لكم انفروا في سبيل الله اثاقلتم إلى الأرض ما لكم إذا قيل لكم انفروا في سبيل الله اثاقلتم إلى الأرض أرضيتم بالحياة الدنيا من الآخرة فما متاع الحياة الدنيا في الآخرة إلا قليل إلا تنفروا يعذبكم عذابا أليما ويستبدل قوما غيركم ولا تضروه شيئا والله على كل شيء قدير إلا تنصروه فقد نصره الله إذ أخرجه الذين كفروا ثاني اثنين هما في الغار إذ هما في الغار إذ يقول لصاحبه لا تحزن خانواده حضرت هم که در این سفر حضور نداشتند فأنزل الله سكينته عليه وأيده بجنود لم تروها وجعل كلمة الذين كفروا السفلى وكلمة الله هي العليا یوم القیامه. اگر کسی غم و اندوه رو از دل یک مؤمنی بزداید، مشکل مادی دارد در حد وسعش کمک کند، گرفتاری روحی دارد با او مشورت بدهد، نیاز به پیگیری کاری دارد کارش رو پیگیری بکند.
وجاهدوا بأموالكم وأنفسكم في سبيل الله ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. لو كان عرضا قريبا وسفرا قاصدا لاتبعوك ولكن بعدت عليهم الشقة وسيحلفون بالله لو استطعنا